following is a presentation of GRS-TV.
We set the bar high, on top 'cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights, looking like a star shine. We set the bar high, on top 'cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights, looking like a star shine.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Williams Stadium for tonight's contest between the Richardson Eagles and the Garland Owls. Hello, everyone. My name is Steve Reeves. I'm joined by my awesome partner, Bobby George. And Bobby, tell you what, Garland coming into this game at 1-1. You know, a place they haven't been in a couple years, and they're led by a youth movement. They got a lot of youth on this team.
Yeah, the three main players, Perez, Powers, and Hudson, all sophomores this year, and they have 18 of the players on the squad are sophomores.
Yeah, so they have a real young lineup, and there's a look at them right now as they get set for the kickoff here. So we're here at Williams Stadium. The Richardson Eagles won the opening toss, and they have elected to receive, so Garland will kick. Boy, a beautiful night for football here. The flag's not blowing at all, but, you know, maybe a wind at, 2 to 3 miles an hour. It's a beautiful night.
Yeah, the temperatures kind of dropped down, too. They had nice cloud cover. It was about 93, 94 degrees when we came in here, so it'll probably about 92, 93 when they kick it off. The field's almost shaded completely now, so beautiful night.
We're just about set to get underway. Richardson comes in with a 2-0 record, so a pretty good start to the season for the Eagles. And again, they're looking to hold off the 1-1 Garland Owls. Number 82 for the Owls set to kick it away, James Cassidy, and we are underway. A high end over end kick is going to come down right at around the 10-yard line, and this is going to be returned by number 3 of the Eagles to the middle, still on his feet, and then finally upended around the 34. The ball may be loose. It's Aaron Bertrand on the return for Richardson. Garland thinks they had the ball, and they do. So the Owls have recovered the opening kick, and that's number 6 for the Owls, Aaron King, with the ball in his hand, and let's see if we can pick it up on replay.
Yeah, he has plenty of room to run here, and all of a sudden somebody comes in right from the side, and boom, right there, the ball comes out. Everybody goes to it, but the referees didn't show up to the lot to get to the pile for like 10 seconds afterwards, but by that time, looked like the Owls had the ball, and he goes ahead and gives it to us.
And so the Owls come out on offense, and they will begin at their own, at the Richardson 34. The quarterback, as we mentioned, number 12, Sergio Perez. He is a sophomore. He's going to fake the handoff, looking to throw across the middle. He's got a catch, and a first down grab of 11 yards by number 8, Ellis Rogers.
Wow, beautiful. Now, I'm telling you right here, Perez, he's going to throw it out there to the side. You see him. That's where the play was going. Then all of a sudden, he sees his number 8 target right there, Rogers, coming across the middle and flicks it to him. Beautiful throw.
And off to the sophomore running back. That's number 21, Jayshawn Powers. Richardson there to stuff him right at the line of scrimmage. There's going to be a loss of maybe 2 on this carry.
The Owls have been putting up 24.5 points per game and about 257 yards. So, they are able to put some points on the board. They are 1-1.
Second down, a long 12, and there's the snap. Perez looking to throw it out to his wide receiver. Boy, a high catch is made by number 3, Jordan Hudson. He is the leading receiver so far on the early season, and a nice grab.
Boy, you can see why. 6'1", 175 pounds, but he goes up high enough to dunk a basketball right here. Catches that ball. He snakes it right out of the air. Beautiful catch. Look at that. Up in the air. Comes down, catches his balance.
So a gain of about 5 on the play. 3rd down and 7 here for Garland. There's a snap. Perez rolls to his left, looking to throw it. He's got a man out in the flat. The catch is made, and he is going to be inside the 10, it looks like. Right around the 9-yard line. I believe that's number 8, Ellis Rogers. And it is indeed. So it is going to be a 1st and goal here for the Owls on their opening possession.
Well, that was a beautiful throw. He's rolling out. That's not an easy throw. He gets outside. He had pressure from the defensive end. They were on a blitz, and he still gets out there, sprints, plants a foot, and throws a bullet to the sideline. That was a great catch.
And off to Powers coming to the right side. He gets a great block on the edge. Now, penalty flag comes out, and Boy, nice tackle by number 10 of the Eagles, Nick Worst, but we will check the flag.
Usually coming in the holding area.
And there it is. You are correct, Mr. George, and that will back the Owls up 10.
Well, they had everything going for them right there. Really nice throws and catches, and now you go on just a standard run, and they get your, for holding on a play that's just going outside. And a lot of times when you're locked up on a defensive player and he takes off running to the sideline, you're still kind of locked up on him, and you'll see some jersey get pulled a little bit, and that's what they got right there.
So first down and goal from the 20. There's the snap. Perez straight drop back, looking outside. He's got his man. The catch is made by Rogers. Nice inside cut. Almost breaks the tackle, but gets down inside the 10 to the 8.
Perez is really flinging that ball nicely. I mean, that's a long throw. You're in the one side of the hash mark, which is the right side of hash mark he was at, and he goes and throws that all the way to the numbers on the other side. I mean, that even if the ball only goes 10 yards downfield, it's still about a 25-yard pass.
Second and goal from the 8 after the gain of 12. The fake handoff. Perez in trouble this time, and he's going to go down. Once again, big number 95 for the Eagles as Tommaso Brown with the tackle.
They're trying to do a quick slant right there, but the slant got covered up by a linebacker, and he had to pull that ball back down. And it gives the defensive end just enough time to get in there on top of him.
So the sack back all the way to the 13, a loss of 5. So here we go, third and goal from the 13. Snap to Perez, looking to throw it. He's going to throw it deep towards the end zone and overthrows the coverage there. That is number 3, Jordan Hudson, the intended receiver, but it's going to set up fourth down. Let's see what the Owls elect to do.
I mean, you figured that was going to be a jump ball because you know Hudson can get up in the air, but what he does, he runs a post corner flag. The ball looked like it was thrown in the right spot, but the defensive player held Hudson just a little bit, wouldn't allow him to get back into that corner, and so the ball goes for naught.
So they are going to attempt a 30-yard field goal. That is number 82, James Cassidy, the senior kicker for the Owls. There's a snap, a high snap, but the hold is down. The kick is up, and it hits the upright and stays out. So a 30-yard field goal attempt, no good for Garland. So the Richardson defense, after having their kick team turn the ball over, Bobby, they're able to hold, and no points scored for the Owls.
Well, Owls looked really good, but there's 2 plays in particular that cost them. One was the holding, it brought them back 10 yards, and then they were able to get back inside the 10-yard line, and then they get a sack that brings them back again. So 2 negative plays cost them there.
So the Eagles out on offense, 1st and 10, led by their quarterback.
They don't have a corner.
There's a flea flicker. They're looking downfield deep to number 1. It's a floater. And, boy, being able to come back on the ball, if you will, number 6 for the Owls, Aaron King makes up the difference there. That ball kind of floated in the air that time, Bobby.
That's a touchdown right there. That ball was thrown about 40 feet in the air and looked like it got shot out of a cannon. If it would have been just anywhere, just throwing it down there, any shape or form, that's a touchdown. You see that ball just went straight up there. He was so wide open, he had to sit and wait on it.
Boy, the inside handoff to number 34, the Eagles, gets big yardage out to the 35. That's a gain of 15 for Marcus Johnson. Nothing fancy on that play, just right up the middle, and there was a big hole that time.
Well, what they're doing is they're getting down, getting set, and running a play. I mean, that play was snapped at about 18 seconds on the clock. The Owls are really having a hard time getting guys in and out. I mean, by the time the ball is getting snapped, there's still people running in on the field. And that first play that they did the flea flicker on, we didn't even have a corner out there yet. He was not even out on the field.
So they will need to get that situated here to hang with these Richardson Eagles. Richardson is averaging 52 points per game. There's the fake handoff. Quarterback going to keep it to the left side, and pretty good job by the Owl defense to converge on him after a gain of only about 4.
Yeah, it looked like Julius Ramos, the linebacker. He's not a big guy, 5'8", 160 pounds, but he's a senior, and he knew exactly where that ball was going, was watching the quarterback the whole way. Just a nice job of getting in underneath the pads there.
Second down and 6. The quarterback for the Eagles, number 7, Luke Mulvey. He is a senior. Gonna send a man in motion. There's a snap. Looking to throw it. He throws it across. Boy, and that ball was tipped. It's a nice play that time by number 23 of the Owls, Trey Alexander. Bobby, he got there and got a hand on it, I believe.
Yeah, it was a great job. He's playing a little linebacker. It looks like they're playing about a 4-3, and you can see he got right in there, right in front of number 33 there, and just knocked the ball up in the air. It looks like the Owls have got a 4 down lineman, 3 linebackers, and they're playing with 2 deep safeties. They just want to keep everything underneath them, and I think it's a smart play.
So third down and 6 here as we are about 2.5 minutes into the game. No score. There's the snap and the quick throw out. Number 6, the catch is made, and then he is taken off his feet, but he will have enough for the first down. That's a 6-yard gain on the pass to Jagger Shaddle. Richardson trying to hurry up here as they are to the line of scrimmage. You see the replay there, and then the handoff to 34 to the right side. And boy, a big running back still on his feet. He's going to gain about 8.
He had a lot of power coming right through the middle. He gets through from the linebacker spot, and then you got to get picked up by the safeties. And the safeties are not a real big guys out here. We do have flag on the field, but it looks like they're going to pick it up, act like nothing happened.
Yeah, and that's the reason why they're going to call offside on Garland. So Richardson's going to decline that penalty and gain 9 on the carry by number 34, Marcus Johnson. So Richardson into Garland territory for the first time. Second down and 1. There's a snap, looking to throw it. He's going to throw it deep. To a tall receiver. Did he make the grab? He did! Wow, a one-handed catch for number 1, Cameron Turner.
Yeah, Turner has him out there one-on-one. He's sitting out on the island, and there's just nobody over there to help him. And he just gets up and just gets big. That's what he does. Good coverage, just nothing you can do about it.
All the way down to the Garland 20, 1st and 10 now for the Eagles. There's a snap, and the fake handoff. Quarterback's going to keep it to the left. He's still on his feet. 2 Owl defenders there to take him down inside the 10, but it's going to be 1st and goal Richardson after the nice run by Luke Mulvey.
Well, big plays like that, when you can throw the ball up and pick up about 25, 30 yards on one play, it really gets your momentum going. Gets the defense all worried about something going over their head, and then quarterback can take off running it the middle.
First down and 10, or 1st and goal, pardon me, for the Eagles. There's the snap, the handoff to 34 up the middle. He's going to get inside the 5 all the way down to the 2. Once again, Marcus Johnson, the senior. And there's a look at Mr. Johnson there on the screen as Richardson trying to hurry up here. Owls coming off the field. They get substitution in time. 2nd and goal here from the 2. There's a snap, the handoff again, and he pushes his way into the end zone for the first points of the game.
Yeah, just a pretty strong performance on the offensive line right there, but not bad defensively. It looks like the Owls have a good game plan. Keep everything in front of them, no big plays. If they're going to get in the end zone, you're going to make them work for it. And so it's a good game plan. We're also seeing a lot of defensive guys coming in and out, so they're really trying to get everybody a lot of playing time. And that's good for a young team like this.
Extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So with 5:37 remaining in the first quarter, our score, the Richardson Eagles 7, the Garland Owls nothing. We'll be back after these messages on GRS-TV. back at Williams Stadium after an 80-yard drive by the Richardson Eagles has them up 7-0 over the Garland Owls early. Boy, Garland, caught a break there on the opening kick, Bobby, with the turnover, and they had, short yardage to go, or a short field, I should say. They had a 1st and goal, Bobby, but couldn't, penalty hurt them, of course, and they couldn't punch it in.
Right.
And then Richardson comes back with a nice drive there to take the 7-0 lead.
But, sometimes that'll happen when you got most of your guys out there are sophomores. They're just a little bit smaller and not as big as all of these big seniors and stuff that they're playing against. And so I think just keeping those guys in front of you, making them they're going to have to not make any mistakes. That's the kind of defense they're playing. They're saying everybody's going to be played. If they're going to get yards, it's going to be in front of me, not behind me, and make them make a mistake and then get back on offense. So I think it was a great game plan defensively, and we'll see how these sophomores and these juniors and seniors react to it and see if they can get on the board real quick. Now, they do give up some points. They've given up about, 495 yards per game so far, giving up that many yards.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. And defensively, they're going to need to shore that up. So the first down throw attempt there to number 8, Ellis Rogers, is just a little short, so the pass falls incomplete, and set up 2nd down and 10. Again, this is Garland's 2nd possession of the game. The first one resulted in no points. There's a snap. We got a free play here. They're looking deep for number 3 of the Owls, and boy, pretty good coverage out there by number 10 for Richardson, Nick Worst. The intended receiver was Jordan Hudson, but again, I think this is a free play as they're going to get Richardson for offside.
Well, I liked it that the young guys right here, the quarterback, a sophomore, and number 3, Hudson, knew exactly. They were on the same page. And when that was offsides, man, they went deep. And that ball traveled 45 yards in the air right there. Man, that's good. That's some good football, knowing what you're supposed to do at that young of an age.
So 1st down and 5 now. The handoff to number 21. Ja'Shawn Powers has some pretty nice running room out to the left. He breaks the tackle. Here goes a penalty flag out late, but Powers is all the way inside the 35, but that one may be coming back.
Well, he showed some speed right there. He popped that ball in the other arm and cut the corner quick. Again, another sophomore. They're just going to get better and better. He's 5'10", 175 pounds right now. And by the time he's a senior, he'll be close to 200 pounds.
So here's the replay again, and
he just started outrunning people. I think they get the hold right there.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, nice run by Powers. He takes a pretty good shot out of bounds. That could have been called late.
Been a penalty right there.
Yep.
He was 2 yards out of bounds, took 2 steps. Well, the referee paid for that one for not calling it.
So the penalty yardage, surprisingly enough, backs him all the way up to the original line of scrimmage. So it's 1st and 5 once again after the penalty.
Of course, that's a spot foul, so they were saying basically that the foul happened on the 40-yard line.
There's a snap. Perez rolls to his right, looks to throw it out in the flat. He's got his man, number 15, who gets out across the 40. That will be a 1st down, a gain of 10 yards, and that is Charles Allen, the 6'2", 190-pound sophomore, with the catch.
Again, another sophomore. And I like this play selection. They get all the receivers running downfield, and when they do that, then they can slip him out underneath for a 5-yard catch. Turns that into a 1st down.
Inside of 5 minutes here in the 1st quarter, Richardson on top 7-0. Garland with their 2nd possession of the game. 1st and 10 now at the 40. They're going to throw it out. That is a lateral, so this will go as a run to Ja'Shawn Powers. And, boy, he gets hit around the 45, keeps the legs moving to the 46, and that's a gain of 6.
If Rogers can hold that block just a little bit longer, then Powers won't take that hit so hard. Even if he gets him, he won't get hit as hard. You got to hold that block just a little longer. Well, it looks like the safety's the one that actually came up and got him there. Rogers does do a good job on it.
Another handoff to Powers coming to the left side, and this time Richardson's defense not fooled at all. Number 55 there to make the tackle, Cameron Reeves, and he's a sophomore for Richardson, and no gain on the play. It's going to set up 3rd down and 4. Pretty
impressive offensively so far. These Owls are looking good.
Perez rolls to his right, looks to throw it outside. He's got his man. That's going to be another first down. Nice stiff arm and pushed out of bounds is number 3, Jordan Hudson.
Man, these receivers are looking really nice. Big, strong receivers, good hands. Perez throwing the ball really nice. That's a nice, accurate throw with a lot of zip on it.
So Garland once again in Richardson territory, 1st and 10 here at the 42.
These sophomores don't think that they can't play with anybody. They think they can. That's awesome.
Split backs in the backfield. The fake handoff, play action, looking deep. He's got a man out there. Boy, the safety got over. They aren't going to call the flag on that. Boy,
it hurt him too.
Yeah,
He hit him hard.
Just what I was going to say, Bobby. Looks like number 8, Ellis Rogers, is down on the sideline.
That's not good.
There's a penalty flag also here at the 35. We may have offsetting penalties. May get a hold here against Garland.
Let's hope that's just knocked the air out of him, because he was reaching back, looking back to get that ball. Oh, no, he's not. He's... Boy, what a pass here. He gets out there, and that safety just hits him, not going for the ball at all. Yeah, that's straight up penalty there.
So while we look at Ellis Rogers, they're tending to him. It looks like a left leg injury of some sort. Boy, you hope that's not a knee. But the call was not holding on the Owls. They got him for an eligible lineman downfield or an eligible receiver downfield. And Bobby, I think they may have picked up the flag on the pass interference. It looks like they're only going to go one direction on the penalty.
Well, that's a shame, because that safety went straight after him, and there was no, we're going to try to get the ball or make a play on the ball. It was just going straight after him and hit him. And the ball was back behind him.
And there's Rogers up on his feet. Now you see him limping. Here's a look at the play
again.
again.
Safety's going straight at him right here, and just boom, he hits him. That's a penalty.
But as I mentioned, if you look, they did not mark penalty yardage off against Richardson, so the only penalty on the play was the ineligible receiver downfield. So it's going to back the Owls up to the 47. So they did pick up the flag on the pass interference. Good to see number 8, Ellis Rogers, on his feet, and hopefully he'll be able to shake it off and get back in the game. Perez rolls to his left on snap. He's got a lot of room out here, and he may take off. He's going to. Boy, and he is chased down and pushed out of bounds by big number 95. We've called his number a couple of times tonight. He's a good-looking football player, Tomazo Brown, and a short game for Perez of about 5.
Well, it looked like he had a whole lot of room to run, and it just closed in a hurry. See the linemen, they stay with their guys. Look at these guys blocking right here. And here, he stays right here. He's got a wall, takes one guy, but he still gets chased down by Brown.
Empty backfield this time. 5 receivers out. They throw it across the middle. Oh, and boy, hit number 21, Jayshon Powers, right in the back. If he would have turned around, Bobby, that may have been a touchdown.
Yeah, they were blitzing, and so Perez has to get rid of that ball in a hurry, and he does. He reads the blitz and gets rid of it. But Powers never sees it coming. I mean, he's just running from the back. And you know, when there's a blitz like that, you have to throw it early, and you have to watch for it a little faster than normal.
So 3rd down and 8 here. The 32-yard line of Richardson is the line to gain for the Owls to get the first down. Perez looks to throw it. He throws it outside. Boy, great pass. He threaded it in between the corner and the safety out there, Bobby. That was number 3, Jordan Hudson, with the catch.
Again, that was great concentration. This young man's got some great hands. That ball was zipped. He was waiting. It was a comeback. It was a 12-yard. Put your foot in the dirt and turn around, and he does. And boy, it just goes right over the top of a linebacker right there. And a lot of times it'll distract you. You know, the ball get tipped or there's hands in the way, and all of a sudden you can't catch the ball. But boy, great hands right there to pull that one down.
You know, we have an injured Richardson Eagle on the field. That's number 85 for them. And there's Derek Burns, the junior. And, Bobby, you're right. I mentioned the in between the corner and the safety, but you're right. That was the corner and the linebacker. That was the linebacker underneath, and he got it over his head. And before we got to the corner, so again, a good throw that time, good coverage, and number 85 for the Eagles on his feet, Burns. And through all that, the Owls do pick up the first down, so they've got a 1st and 10 at the Richardson 26. A pretty good drive here for Garland.
They look really good. That offensive line's doing a great job of protecting the quarterback. Wouldn't be surprised if they hand it to 21 left side here.
And there it is. He's headed to the right, though, and he's going to get the sideline and get out of bounds around the 23. So a gain of about 4 on the carry. They're going to mark him at the 24, so let's give him 2 on the carry.
I like that going to the wide side of the field. They're on this right hash mark, and they just have so much room to run. See, he runs out of room and has to run out of bounds. But if you have another 10 yards out there, you might be picking up at first down on that play.
2nd down and 8 as we're inside of 3 minutes in the first quarter. 7-0, Richardson the score. Perez looking to throw it, boy, and he almost gets that one picked off. Let's see if they call that a fumble.
No, that was an incomplete pass.
They're going to say his arm was going forward. I'm saying the Garland coaches.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't seen a signal yet.
Yeah, that looks, I mean, that ball, he was throwing the ball and got hit on the arm. That ball was already coming out of his hands.
Yeah, I thought so too, Bobby, but boy, the Richardson sideline, you can see them all out on the field. They think they've got it on a fumble recovery.
They're going to give it to him. That's a wrong call right there. That's two calls that, in this drive that's really hurt the Owls.
So it looks like it is going to be ruled a fumble. Here we go. We can see it. He's got his arm back here. Oh, yeah, it's clearly a forward pass.
Yeah,
clearly forward.
They hit the ball as his arm is going forward.
So the Eagles catch a break here. So the turnover costs Garland on, again, a good drive, Bobby. They had a good drive going, but Richardson takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Owls playing with the 2 safeties deep.
Comes a screen pass set up, and the catch is made, and then tripped is number 1, Cameron Turner, and a short gain, as it turns out, of only about 3.
Yeah, I don't know who tackled him. It might have been number 22. He's playing corner out there. We don't have his name on our roster. But he was getting blocked from everywhere. No, I think he just falls down on the cut.
Second down for Richardson. They're going to hand it off to number 3. Boy, he's got a lot of room out here to the left side. Cuts it in. Now back outside and down the sideline for a nice gain of about 15. So they're going to mark him out. Actually give him 17 on the carry. They're going to mark him out at the 47. So a nice run that time for number 3 of the Eagles, Sam Berry.
He just has the speed. He's able to get outside that end right there. And when that happens, you're not turning him back inside towards your linebackers. He gets outside right there and turns it upfield.
1st and 10, Richardson at the 47. There's a snap, and quarterback keeper all the way right up the middle. He's got a big hole, and he is into Garland territory all the way down to the 40 for a gain of 13. Well, nothing fancy there, Bobby. That's just to take the direct snap and head up the middle.
Yeah, and you've got 4 guys, down lineman and a middle linebacker. Your other 2 linebackers are kind of playing outside the defensive end spot. So if you can get that one linebacker to come up or take the wrong angle, you've got some room to run, and that's kind of what's happened right there.
So 1st and 10, Richardson at the 40-yard line of Garland. There's the snap and the roll out to the right side. As number 4 at quarterback, he throws out. That ball's picked off.
Oh, my goodness. Very nice right there.
It's number 23 for the Owls, Trey Alexander. And boy, notice that was a new quarterback on the play there. That was number 4, Aaron Bertrand, and he's going to roll to his right here.
Yeah, when he throws it, he just kind of misses, and he just gets undercut. Just beautiful, but he makes a good stop. He gets redemption right there. But a great play to undercut that ball.
So the Eagles turn it right back over to the Owls on the interception. So Garland will take over. Good field position, 1st and 10 at their own 43. We've got 55 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Richardson on top 7-0. There's a snap to Perez, the handoff to Jay-Sean Powers. Boy, looked for a second like he had some room, Bobby, and it closed in a hurry, so a gain of only 2. And look at the sophomore running back there for the Owls.
Yeah, he had a little room as he got the ball, and it just closed in a hurry. But, hey, you'll take 2 yards. That's fine.
2nd down 8. There's a snap. Perez rolls to his right, looking outside. He throws, and in and out of the hands of number 3, Jordan Hudson. That time, Bobby, he may have tried to make the turn before he had it secured.
Yeah, he's got this corner so frustrated right now that he's able to do about whatever he wants. He had plenty of room to catch that ball, and he knew it. He had the corner backing up about 10 yards, and when he made his cut back towards the ball, and he knew he had a little running room to get.
Third down and 8 here for the Owls. Got to get to the Richardson 47 to pick up a 1st down. Straight drop back for Perez. He's got time. He's looking deep. He's got a man wide open. And the catch is made at the 10. That is number 15, Charles Allen. Boy, a nice throw and catch that time from Perez to Allen.
Another sophomore, 6'2", 190 pounds. And what a throw. I mean, right on the money right there, right down the seam. He was the slot seam.
They're going to mark it at the 7, so it's 1st and goal at the 7. So Garland back in business once again. There's a snap. They're going to hand it off to Powers. Inside, look at that. Touchdown, Jay-Sean Powers.
Well, a little crisscross in there. You got one running back going one direction, the other running back going the other way. Linebackers don't know who's getting the ball. Just enough time, and boom, look at that big block by number 71 to go ahead and clear the ring out. The hole's there.
So the Owls an extra point away from tying it up here. Again, number 82, James Cassidy, setting up for extra point.
Offense looks really good, and you know this team that they're playing, Richardson, they've been putting up 417 yards a game, but they've only been allowing 266. And that right there, those are 2 really good drives by the Garland Owls.
The extra point is good. There's a look at your touchdown runner, Jay-Sean Powers. We've come to the end of the first quarter. Our score, the Richardson Eagles 7, the Garland Owls 7. We'll be back after these messages.
I love to read because it creates images in your mind and it makes you think that you're right there while you're reading.
I love to read because it shows me that anything is possible.
It's important to read well because it's a great way to expand your vocabulary.
There's just so much to gain from reading, and that's why I love it so much.
Reading makes me smart. Be a lifelong reader like me.
Reading is great.
You should read too.
Literacy is for life.
See you September 21st.
Come to Literacy for Life.
Make plans to attend the Literacy for Life event on Saturday, September 21st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Curtis Caldwell Center.
So what a way to end the first quarter of play. Jay-Sean Powers on a 7-yard touchdown run has tied the ball game 7-7 with the Richardson Eagles. So, boy, another nice drive, Bobby, but that time the drive was set up by the interception by Trey Alexander, and of course the Owls do the rest from there, and we have a tie ball game going to the second.
Yeah, it was super nice. That was a great, Trey Alexander jumps underneath that route, sets his offense up, and man, did they make a play right there. Beautiful. Now, Garland's put up 132 yards already, 123 in the air, 9 on the ground, but boy, when it counts, they put it in the end zone on the ground. Just a very nice job there.
Kick down to number 34. Boy, he's got a huge hole in the middle. And then finally taken off his feet around the 47, but Richardson's going to have a great field position after the return by Marcus Johnson.
You know what they try to do? They're trying to do that pooch punt, but Marcus Johnson caught it a while ago, and he called fair catch. And this time he didn't call fair catch. He's like, oh, I got plenty of room to run, and he does. Very nice.
So the Eagles come out on offense here with a tie ball game, now 7-7. Great field position. They're going to start from their own 47-yard line. There's a snap, the handoff coming outside. Boy, Garland does a great job of tripping up the running back there. That's no gain. Matter of fact, may have lost a yard.
Yeah, it looked like Durant comes flying in there. Another sophomore from the left side.
That was Jahar Hooks, the senior running back in the game, number 20 for Richardson. And again, a loss of 1 on the play. Second down, 11 here for the Eagles. Just underway here in the second quarter. Play action. There's the quick throw out. Boy, overthrows his intended receiver, number 1, Cameron Turner. So that pass is incomplete. It's going to be third down.
David Goriola was he was a safety back there. He's playing 2 deep safety, and he's on that right hash mark. And that ball goes flying over the intended receiver, and it was almost to him. He was like, oh, almost get me a pick right there. Uh-oh, the ball's out.
Yeah, the snap goes behind the quarterback. He's just going to fall on it, and it's going to be fourth down and forever for Richardson. Going to mark that ball at the, looks like around the 27-yard line.
Yeah, that's fourth down, so they're going to probably have to punt this ball
away.
Yeah,
I think so. Fourth and 30.
Fourth and 30.
And you see it just gets by the quarterback, and boy, a little bit of a low snap that time, and boy, Garland catches another break, and they have 2 return men back to return this.
Again, that's what you want. You want your safeties behind you and make everything happen in front of you. No big plays.
Boy, and he drops the ball, but he's able to get it away before the pressure comes, and a fair catch is called for and made by number 3, Jordan Hudson. And the Owls will take over first and 10 at their own 40.
You know, if you don't give huge, big plays up all the time, and that's what we've kind of seen around high school football now, they go man-to-man with no safeties, and, you know, because they're trying to defend this spread offense, but it really leads to a whole lot of big plays. And defensively, you wonder why they do it, because most games are like 45, 50 points are scored out there. So you're like, well, the defense isn't working that good. But Garland's kind of figuring out, hey, well, let's put 2 safeties back there, keep them all in front, and they'll make a mistake on themselves, and they have so far.
They did on that last drive. Handoff to Jay-Sean Powers on first down. Boy, Richardson there to snuff it out as 3 Eagle defenders there to stack him up for no gain.
Garland won 35-22 against Irving MacArthur to open the season up, and then came back and lost 14-37 against Roy City. And they're having a good showing tonight. Of course, next week they'll play South Garland.
Yeah, district opener next week, and we'll get into a little bit of that in the second half of this ball game as we head towards district play and kind of talk about, you know, what we see on the horizon for the district. There's the quick throw out. Number 8 makes the catch. Boy, nice inside move, still on his feet, and he's going to pick up about 6. That catch made by number 8, Ellis Rogers. Good to see him back in the game. Remember, he got injured earlier.
Yeah, you notice he's still limping just a little bit. But boy, what a little slip move he makes right there to pick up some extra yards, and then everybody falls back on his legs again. But he is limping out there pretty noticeably.
They actually mark it at the 47, so third down and 3 coming up here for Garland.
They're going to be blitzing off this right side defensively. You see number 29 sneaking up towards the line of scrimmage, so they're going to change the play here.
Snap to Perez. He rolls to his right, gets a good block from his running back, throws it outside. He's got a man. That's another first down.
Wow, he's got a pretty good arm. I mean, he flipped that ball out there, and there was people all around him.
See a flag come in late by the umpire. I wonder if we may get a face mask call here against Richardson.
He has guys all around him when he throws that ball right there. It was all arm strength.
Yeah, there's your face mask.
Good call.
So another 15 yards, and Garland once again with a drive here into Richardson territory. They're going to mark the ball at the 35, but a nice throw and catch on that last play, Bobby.
Yeah, 2 sophomores connecting like they've been doing it for years and years and years. Doesn't look like they have any jitters in them either. It looks like they know that they can play with these in the big boy league, and they're doing it.
Hand off to Powers, gets outside to the left. Nice running room. It gets pushed out at around the 25, so that's going to be close to another first down. I think he's about half a yard short, but another 9-yard run for Jayshon Powers.
A lot of power right there from Powers. And he's got some speed. He looks like he's just going to outrun you to the outside, and then when you get close to him, he's got that little stiff arm he'll put on you. It's jarring when a running back like that comes at you and then just jacks you with his stiff arm right there and bends you backwards.
And they did give him the first down on that play, Bobby, so it is 1st and 10, and then you see the throw out to number 3, Jordan Hudson. A short gain on the play, but another reception for the sophomore receiver.
Hudson comes in with 197 yards of the 273 that Perez has thrown, and he's had they've thrown 6 touchdowns. He's had 5 of them, so it is his favorite target. But they've got a lot of targets out there that he's been able to throw to this game.
Another handoff. Powers inside, still on his feet. A nice run inside the 20 to about the 17.
Well, you can see what Coach Danny Russell is trying to set up here. He's been throwing to the outside, throwing to the outside, throw to the other side, outside, and then he'll take a run right up the middle. So he's trying to get that defense really spread out, and then it'll create those running lanes for your running back.
3rd down and 3. Perez rolls to his left, throws it out. Oh, it just misses his target. That is number 8, Ellis Rogers. So it's going to be 4th and short, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Garland go for it here.
Unless you got a kicker that can kick it about 40-something yards, you go ahead and go for it. You're too close to punt it, because if it goes into the end zone, it'll come out to the 25, and you're inside the 20. So there's no reason to do that. You might as well go for it here.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They keep the offense on the field. It's going to be 4th and 3. And play clock down inside 10. I was just going to say, Bobby, you read my mind. They're going to call timeout here, which they did. So I'll tell you what, we'll take a quick break with them as well. Pretty good game here so far at Williams Stadium. We've got 7:43 remaining in the half. Our score, Richardson 7, Garland 7. Garland's first charge timeout of the half, and they are coming back on the field now. It's a 4th down and 3 for the Owls. They've got to get to the Richardson 15-yard line to pick up the first down. So let's see what Coach Russell has in store. A low snap, Perez straight drawback. He's looking, he throws it out. He's got a first down and more. That is number 11 with the catch, J-Trick Jeter.
I mean, you've got to get a lot of credit to that offensive line right there. He has a lot of time to throw. He's looking downfield. The ball snapped low. He's looking to throw left, throw right, and all of a sudden he just touches it nice right there to his tight end. But that's because he had so much time to throw the ball. It really helped the play to develop when you have that much time.
Jeter with the catch, another sophomore. Handoff to Powers. And he tries to power his way inside the 10. He's going to be right at the 10, so a gain of about 2 again. And, well, Richardson's doing a good job against the run here, Bobby. As, you know, Powers has had a couple of long runs, but for the most part, they've kept him in check.
Yeah, but on this particular play, it looked like all his offensive linemen were pulling from right to left, and Powers cut back where all the offensive line had just left. So maybe if he stays going left right there with his offensive line, he might have had some running room.
2nd down and 8. There's the snap. The fake handoff. Perez looking to throw it. He's just going to throw it away. Boy, I say he was going to throw it away, but number 3, Hudson.
Hudson's a ball hawk.
Yes, he is. A penalty flag comes out late again as well. we got another ineligible lineman downfield, and that's going to hurt Garland. We saw that, you know, they had the same penalty, Bobby, down here when they were on the other end of the field, and it's going to cost them again here.
Yeah, that's when Rogers actually got hit out of bounds and kind of got hurt right there. It's the same kind of play.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, Bobby, that is surprising to me as Richardson declines the penalty, so they're going to give Garland a 3rd and 8 here.
Yeah, I guess they'd rather have the play than to give them 2 more plays to get back in the end zone. So they'd rather do that, I guess.
Well, I tell you what, though, you're pretty close. I mean, you're in field goal range here, so if nothing else, you don't have a negative play. You can, you know, attempt a field goal, but here we go. There's the throw. He's got a man in the back of the end zone. Boy, tipped away at the last minute. Good coverage out there. And let's see if Garland does bring on the field goal unit here on 4th and 8.
You know, they tried the field goal earlier, and it hit the upright and bounced down, but it's basically from the same distance. You can see right here, ball might have, well, I think he was going to step out of bounds anyway. He was probably watching his feet where he was and knew that he was going to be out of bounds, so ball needed to come out of the hands just a little bit sooner. But boy, I tell you, if you're 2 sophomores doing that at this, that's a timing route. You get 2 more years under your belt on that, man, you're going to be unstoppable.
27-yard attempt to break the tie. The kick is up. Is it good? I believe it is. There it is. And the 27-yard field goal by number 82, James Cassidy, has put Garland on top. Our new score was 6:31 remaining in the half. Garland 10, Richardson 7. We'll be back after these messages on the one and only GRS-TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future. Be the change you want to see. It all starts right now with GISD.
Look at the Garland crowd as they are cheering on the Owls right now to a 10-7 lead.
I always love those big old pictures of people's faces out there. I think those are so funny.
I think they call them fat heads, Bobby.
Yeah.
We ought to get some made of us.
Yeah, that'd be really nice, wouldn't it?
I don't know that anybody would hold those up in the stands.
They already say we're fat-headed.
Yeah, that's
so.
true. Very true. Nice drive again, Bobby. You know, on that last one, of course, a couple of mistakes on Richardson on their, offensive side gave Garland good field position after the punt, but another nice drive, and they've taken the lead here 10-7. See the deep kick going to bounce around the 10. It's headed towards the out of bounds, and they're going to throw the flag on that one as it was not touched. Let's see if Richardson elects to have Garland kick again, or if they're just going to tack on 5 at the end of the play. I would imagine they're going to have him kick it again.
Garland's putting the numbers up. They're at 170 total yards, 145 in the air, 25 on the ground. Of course, 1 ground touchdown. And then they got him in the close again, and this time they did convert on the field goal. We missed the field goal down here on the other end and hit the upright. You can't hardly do that if you were aiming at the upright. It does hit it, but then they come down here and make a great drive all the way down the field. Put it through the uprights, go up 10-7. 170 total yards.
So the penalty will back it up to the 35. The Owls will kick it again. Number 82, Cassidy, set to kick it away.
Perez, 12 of 19 for 145 in the air. So he's having a great game here.
Catch is made around the 27, and another nice return here by Richardson. And boy, finally taken off his feet around the 40-yard line, but Richardson going to have great field position once again. Number 11, Jatron Jeter on the tackle. Boy, it's amazing, Bobby. You've mentioned it several times, but we call one of the Garland players, and you look in the roster, it's like, well, wow, he's a sophomore, and it seems like all these players out here are sophomores.
Well, there's 18 of them on the roster. I mean, that's a lot of sophomores. got to wonder if they've got a JV team.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. There's the snap, the handoff going to 34. They have him in the backfield, and boy, nice job by the Owl defense to swarm that time. No gain on the play for the running back, Marcus Johnson.
Now you start getting all that. Uh-oh, we got a little player down here.
I believe that's Anthony Jaramillo, number 83 for Garland.
You start getting a little bit of confidence. You start scoring a little bit. You hold them a couple times. You get a turnover. And then all of a sudden you get confidence out there. Start dominating games. Looks like they rolled up on the back of his legs.
Yeah, he was, of course, in the pile right there in on the tackle. And again, they're taking a look at his left leg as well. So while they take a look at him, why don't we take just a quick break here and come back here. We've got 6:09 remaining in the half. Garland 10, Richardson 7. Look at number 83, Anthony Jaramillo, the senior defensive lineman for Garland, and he is up on his feet, but as you can tell, walking pretty gingerly back to the sideline, but hopefully he can get back in the game. And Bobby, I think you're exactly right. That's one of those where, you know, that pile was right there in on the tackle, and I think he just got his leg rolled up on, and you just hope his knee's okay.
Yeah, it's good to see him walk, but he is walking gingerly, so let's just hope the best for that young man.
So no gain on the run. We're back to live action. 2nd down 10. There's a snap, the fake handoff, the quick throw out. The catch is made. Boy, a lot of running room out here, but for number 3, and he's going to go out of bounds close to the 1st down. It's going to depend on where they mark him. I think he's about 2 yards shy, it appears.
Now, when you have 2 safeties deep, that's the play that can really kind of hurt you a little bit, because your safety is coming back from so far back, and he's got to stay back there. But he's the one that has to come up and make that tackle, and if he's back waiting for a deep ball to be thrown, that's where they can beat you at it.
Here comes motion, Barry. Oh, and there's penalty flag on the play. And they may have got an illegal motion call here against Richardson. Yeah, there's your false start.
Now, Garland, they have kind of switched their defense up now. They've got 1 safety deep now. Look like they've got 4 down linemen, maybe 5. And they've got somebody pulled up into that slot, covering that slot receiver.
So the 5-yard penalty will be marked off. It's 3rd down and 6 now. So maybe change your call a little bit. Bobby, as you said, the defense appears to be in a different alignment this time, and let's see if they can hold the Eagles here from a 1st down. There's a snap, the play action once again, the throw, oh, a wide open receiver. Yeah, that play action got him that time, and still on his feet. Number 3 finally taken off, or taken down, pardon me, at around the 17-yard line, but a nice throw and catch from the quarterback, Luke Mulvey, to Sam Berry, the receiver.
Yeah, you can see the linebacker jumped right there. Right when he did it, they pull that ball back out and just toss that little slant. Got him on the play action. I think if you're going to go man-to-man over there with that slot receiver, you've got to stay on him.
There's a snap on 1st down. Boy, it hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss as number 34, Marcus Johnson, as the Owl defense was ready for that one.
Well, that's how you redeem yourself right there. Boom. 49 comes in untouched, really. Doug Onchuary.
So a loss of 2, 2nd down and 12 now for Richardson. They are in the Garland red zone. There's play action once again. They come out in the flat. They've got a man, and boy, tell you what, it closed in a hurry, Bobby. A nice gain of about 7, but It's going to set up a 3rd down and around 5.
Yeah, again, it's number 20 coming in from that safety position. We don't have his number. Probably another sophomore that's been pulled up, and you know, we don't have his name on the roster, but he's playing that safety position. Came up in a hurry and got that tackle.
So 3rd down and 5 here for Garland. Richardson can get a 1st down at the 7. There's a snap. They're going to fake the handoff. Quarterback's going to keep it. And boy, there's Onchwary to stop him for a gain of only 1. It's going to be 4th and 4. Now, penalty flag comes out late as there's some pushing and shoving. Boy, you hate to see that. It was the receiver and the cornerback out here pushing, and you hate to see that anytime between these young men. And
you see Garland coaches, man, they are really taking their boys, getting them back, and so was Richardson. They were over there trying to get their guys back, and you know, there's no need for that. It looked like the receiver here took up with him, and the ref was right there, blows the whistle, and then he throws the swinging punch towards the Garland Owl. And when you do that, boy, I tell you, of course, you don't want to sit there and take it and walk off, but sometimes you have to, because now they'll probably both of them will get ejected out of the ball game, and that means they have to leave the field as well. When really they had the Richardson kid throwing the punch, and he would have been ejected. But when you retaliate, and it's hard to say, hey, you shouldn't do that when the guy punches you right there, but you'll see it here on this. See right there, he throws a punch, and then the Garland Owls like, yeah, well, you can't be throwing punches at me, and takes him on down to the ground.
Yeah, and I think you're right, Bobby. I wouldn't be surprised if both of those players are ejected, and which is the right thing to do, of course, and that's why I said you hate to see it. I mean, it's been a great ball game so far, and you hate to see those two young men get into that altercation. Now, what's going to come out of this is what's going to be interesting. We'll see if it's offsetting, you know, personal fouls or what the calls are here.
I'm sure it'll be offsetting. Here we go. He's going to come talk to the coaches. He's got to get them their numbers, but they will have to go, I'm sure.
Boy, what's lost in all that again was a nice play by Onchwary to make the tackles to set up the 4th down and 5. But again, let's see what comes out of this. And they're talking to Coach Russell right now for the Owls. They've already talked to the Richardson head coach, and again, we'll sort all this out here momentarily, hopefully. It
was a good job by both coaching staffs to get over there in a hurry and start breaking it up. And I mean, the coaching staff of Richardson got all the way across the field and grabbed their guys and got them in control. I mean, that's a good job right there by both coaching staffs. They weren't encouraging it at all.
And so still awaiting the penalty calls here, as again, they're discussing things, trying to sort everything out. Richardson's already brought the field goal unit on, so like you said, Bobby, it's probably going to be offsetting penalty, so it's going to be 4th down. They're both post possession, so there won't be a replay of 3rd down, so it's going to be 4th down and 4, it appears. But let's see what happens as far as, you know, if there are any ejections or how many ejections there's going to be.
It looks like Richardson, they're ready to get back out there on the field. Looks like Garland is too.
And there's the young man we've mentioned a couple times. And, Bobby, he's played a good game. And, again, we don't have his number here on the roster. We don't have his name, I should say. But he's played pretty well here tonight. But you see him leaving the field. So, as we mentioned, you know, he obviously has been ejected from the game.
We don't have his number. We don't have number 20. Both of them are playing safety. So, there goes one of your safeties there.
All right, here's the calls. Okay, so there you go. So it was just the two players, 22 for Garland, 4 for Richardson. Of course, both of them have been ejected, just as you stated, Bobby. And So those will offset. Again, the play stands. It was a third down. A gain of 1 is what they're going to give him, but it is going to set up 4th down and 4. And now the Eagles are looking to tie it up with a 28-yard field goal attempt by number 11, Alexis Diaz.
I mean, on this, and then you look up at the moon, and it's Friday the 13th, and it's all like a red-orange moon out there, full moon. Got a guy's ejected. Ouch.
28-yard attempt from the right hash. There's the snap and hold. The kick is up. It looks to be good, and it is good. So once again, we've got a tie ball game after the 28-yard field goal by Alexis Diaz. Our new score, Richardson 10, Garland 10. We'll be back after these messages.
I love to read because it creates images in your mind and it makes you think that you're right there while you're reading.
I love to read because it shows me that anything is possible.
It's important to read well because it's a great way to expand your vocabulary.
There's just so much to gain from reading, and that's why I love it so much.
Reading makes me smart. Be a lifelong reader like me.
Reading is great.
You should read too.
Literacy is for life.
See you September 21st.
Come to Literacy for Life.
Make plans to attend the Literacy for Life event on Saturday, September 21st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Curtis Caldwell Center.
Oh, there it is, the Friday 13th moon. We can blame it up. That's what happened.
Exactly.
That's the altercation because of that right there.
Now, is this one of those blood moons, or is this just a
Friday the 13th?
Okay, Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
That's what we'll call
it is.
All right. Very good. 10-10 our score here at Williams Stadium. Been a great first half here from both of these squads, and a really good game to this point. And Garland set to get the kick here. We've got 3:47 remaining in the half. Garland with 2 deep men, number 3 Jordan Hudson, number 11 Jatrick Jeter, and they're going to kick it high up in the air. It's going to come down to Hudson at around the 22. He's still on his feet, and then collapses in a hurry at around the 32. So about a 10-yard return for that young man, and Garland will start shop around the 32-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, these kickoffs like this, and they put you real high up in the air like that, I mean, people just get hit so hard. I mean, it's such a dangerous kickoff because you got people, the ball's in the air for so long, and it's a short kick, and that those the guys that are kicking it off, they got a 30-yard sprint as fast as you can and just hit somebody as hard as you can. You know, it's just it's a tough play. You know, you can see why that the NFL is trying to do stuff different for it.
Yeah, they're trying to get away from those kickoffs. Jay-Sean Powers with the handoff. Boy, nice play by number 24 of the Eagles to come up, Marcus Jackson, and make the stop after looked like Powers was going to have some running room there, Bobby, and then he tackles him around the ankles for a gain of only 1.
Yeah, you take people's legs out from under them, it's hard to run. Well, he had some running room if he could have just got away from that one guy, but a good solid tackle.
There's a snap play action for the Owls. Perez looking to throw. He steps up. He throws it deep. Boy, that's a great pass, but just overthrows the intended receiver. That's number 3, Jordan Hudson, and it will be 3rd down and 9.
I mean, like a bullet. And then you look over at the quarterback, and he's like, that's on me. I should have put a little more loft on it. But then you think, good night. He just threw a 50-yard pass. I mean, like a bullet, too. They're going to have to give Hudson a chance to get down on the sideline, I think.
3rd down and 9. Perez rolls to his left. He throws it deep. He's got a man out there, but overthrows him. Good coverage out there as well. He was looking that time for Jeter, but it will be 4th and 9, and the Owls are going to have to punt it away.
Well, it's interesting that they ran the play so quickly. They snapped it with 18 seconds on the clock. Hudson didn't even hardly get back to the line of scrimmage, get set, and they snapped the ball again. And sometimes you just got to wait. Hey, calm down. Let's try to get this first down right here. But they were trying to go all for nothing and in a hurry as well.
Cassidy set to punt it away for the Owls, standing at his own 19, takes the snap, and he's going to kick it away. A nice low line drive kick is going to take a Garland bounce inside the 25, goes out of bounds around the 19. So a great kick by Cassidy to flip the field.
Well, you got to be good at all three phases of the game, right? You got to be good at offense, defense, and then your special teams got to work. And that punt right there was the part that you really got to do that with. You know, you got 2 minutes and 56 seconds, basically 3 minutes left till the half, and you flip the field like that. You're going to have to make Richardson go the distance to get into the end zone. So very nice job right there by the punter.
We are inside of 3 minutes to play here in the first half. It is 10-10, and Richardson has all three of their timeouts. There's a snap, the fake handoff, the quick throw out, and the catch is made. Boy, nice running room down the sideline here for number 3 of the Eagles. That is Sam Berry, and Sam Berry has done a lot of damage here in this second quarter.
Yeah, but that Cameron Turner makes the good block right there. He's just been able to get his body on the defensive backs, and when you can do that, I mean, that's what the play's designed for. You get a good block on the defensive back, and you got a lot of running room.
15-yard gain on that first down. It's 1st and 10 at the 35, and the pass falls incomplete.
Trey Alexander was in on the coverage right there, and it looked like he was going to be able to get underneath that throw, and that's probably what the quarterback was thinking as well, and that's why it was thrown way outside, because he thought, man, Trey Alexander's fast. He's already picked one of them off. He don't want to do it again.
2nd down and 10 here for Richardson. There's a snap. He's going to roll to his left is the quarterback. Look at the throw. He's going to throw it deep. And the pass is overthrown. Boy,
there's going to be a flag on this because they were holding him as he was trying to make his cut. That's probably going to be an automatic first down.
Yeah, it will be if it is holding like you stated. And, yeah, the flag's sitting there around midfield.
Looked like they knew exactly where he was going to go with that ball, and it was a pump and go. It looked like the receiver went about 8 yards, turned around, and then tried to go again, and the cornerback was not going to let it happen.
Oh, it's a face mask call.
That's interesting.
So I'm with you, Bobby. I thought he got held on the play, and that's, of course, you know,
and that's where they threw the flag.
Exactly.
Right where that was going on. I'm wondering if maybe when he did the turn, he got his hands caught up in the face mask, and that's probably why we saw it look like a holding.
Yeah, may have indeed. And here's a look at the replay. I don't know that we'll be able to pick it up here, but you can see the deep throw. And so 1st and 10 right at midfield. They've got the screen set up. There's the catch. Boy, nice job by 23 of the Owls to read it, but 34 able to get out of that, and he's going to have a nice run down to the 35. That's a gain of 15 yards for the running back, number 34, Marcus Johnson. Well, watch 23 come up here, Bobby, and I thought he was going to make the tackle here, but he's
just didn't have any help from anybody else. He slowed him down like he was supposed to, but you got to have your linebackers coming. And you see Durant right there, number 40, getting his helmet knocked off. He didn't appreciate that any either.
1st and 10 at the Garland 35. There's a snap, play action once again. They're looking across on a slant route, and boy, a lot of contact there, and there come the flags.
I hate those late flags. Now, the deep ref threw it immediately, but then I don't like to see it when the other refs see the flag go and then they throw it as well. But, you know, either you see it or you don't see it. He actually falls down. I'm not sure. He just kind of falls. The ball was, you know, I don't know if it was behind him or what, but looked like he was trying to stop and he got his feet turned.
So that is 2 penalties here already on this drive. One, a personal foul face mask, and then now this one, a pass interference. So that's 30 yards in penalties. Look at it again.
So he's running. He's not touching him right there. It looks like he's trying to stop, and he falls.
Boy, a suspect call once again, but it goes Richardson's way. 1st and 10 now inside the 25.
Got him wide open.
The throw across the middle, and they're looking for, and there comes another flag.
Now that one I can see because he was wide open coming through the middle, and it looked like number 20 grabbed his waist and flung himself around and then hit it. He did deflect the ball with his hand, but it was because he had a little leverage when he pulled pulled his waist there. That's a little trick the defensive backs use all the time. Sometimes you get called, sometimes you don't. See, he swings him around and then knocks the ball out.
Yeah, you're right. Had the right hand, pardon me, on the shoulder pad and kind of turned him like you said, and that'll get called every time if they see it. So another penalty on this drive. So most of the yardage on this drive coming by way of penalty, and Richardson now with a 1st and 10 at the Garland 14. Got 1:56 remaining here in the half. Again, Richardson with all 3 timeouts, so time not a issue right now for the Eagles. There's the snap, straight draw back, throw into the back of the end zone. Catch is made. That is going to be a touchdown for #1, Cameron Turner.
That was a great route. That's what Garland tried to do earlier, go down, give a little step inside and pop it to the corner. And he does a nice job right there. He gets leverage. He gets his corner hips turned, going towards the side, going towards the middle of the field. And as soon as you get those hips turned, boom, you turn it out to the corner, and there's where the ball is perfectly timed throw.
So Richardson back in the lead. The extra point attempt coming up here by number 11, Alexis Diaz. There's a snap and hold. The kick is up, and that kick is good. So with 1:51, the score has now changed, and there's a look at the receiver with the touchdown, Cameron Turner. Our new score, Richardson 17, Garland 10. We'll be back after these messages. As we get set for kickoff after a touchdown by Richardson on a nice throw to #1 Cameron Turner, and the Eagles back in the lead 17-10. Boy, it's been a good game, Bobby. You know, Richardson started out the scoring with a touchdown, had that 7-0 lead, and of course Garland comes right back with a touchdown of their own to make it 7-all. Then Garland took the lead after that 10-7 on a field goal. Richardson comes back, ties it with a field goal, and then, of course, we just had the touchdown by Turner to put the Eagles back up 17-10. But a good game here so far at Williams Stadium.
Yeah, they let Turner catch 3 passes for 42 yards, and, of course, that long touchdown, 14-yard touchdown pass there. And their quarterback has done a pretty good job itself. You know, Mulvey, 8 of 12, 123 yards, 1 touchdown in the air. But, again, defensively, the Owls have done a pretty good job. They're keeping everything in front of them, making Richardson earn everything they get.
Eagles had to call a timeout there as the play clock was about to expire. They did not want to take the delay of game there on the kickoff, so that's why we have the delay here. So the first charge timeout to the Eagles here in the first half, and again, both Garland and Richardson with 2 timeouts remaining with 1:51 to go until halftime. So boy, beautiful night for football, as we've mentioned, and
it really is. It's nice. It's a perfect night. Friday night football, Friday night lights. It's great. The Owls have a good crowd here tonight, and the section for the kids. Look at that. It's really a lot of kids out here, and they're having a good time.
Eagles set to kick it away here. Owls have 2 back to return. Low line drive kick is going to bounce and take an out of bounds turn, and that's going to be a penalty. And just like the Owls did on one of their previous kick attempts, I would imagine Garland's going to push him back 5 here and make him re-kick.
That's probably one of the rules they'll end up changing as well. They'll probably, if it goes out of bounds, they'll put them, you know, a 10-yard penalty from the 25 or something, you know, or put it on the 30 or. And keep them from having to kick these out again.
Yep, I think you're right on that as well. As we Of course, in this day and age when concussions are such a, a big priority,
Right.
and they should be, I wouldn't be surprised, Bobby, if you're exactly right that you see some of those, heck, they may even get to the point where there's no kickoffs at all. You just start with the ball on the 25.
Remember when we were kids, we just do P for K.
That's exactly right.
You just throw it up there and say, hey, P for K.
That's right.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it either. Probably end up being where you just take it on the 25 or something like that. But it's such a part of the game. It's so much fun to watch these onside kicks, and it's so much fun to see somebody return one all the way.
Exactly.
So it's really hard to take that away from the game.
Catch is made by number 20 at the 24. He's going to try to return it to the middle. Picks up a couple blocks, still on his feet. Boy, nice return. Out across the 40 to the 43-yard line for number 20 of the Owls. And I think we mentioned earlier, we don't have a name for that young man either, but a nice return. And Garland's got pretty good field position here with 1:42 remaining in the half.
Again, see how much fun it is to watch these kickoff, though? You think, oh, my goodness, he's fixing to break it. You're getting all excited. Oh, he's going to go, he's going to go. And he just about did.
So, again, plenty of time here on the clock for the Owls to answer. Let's see if they can do that as Perez back on the field. Garland, great field position to start. Boy, low snap. Perez able to pick it up. They're going to throw it out on the screen to Powers. He's got some running room, and, boy, it collapsed in a hurry at around midfield, so a gain of about 6 on the play. And a nice, safe play there on first down.
Except, I think Scotty Johnson, number 70, the offensive lineman, almost was the one that caught the ball. I mean, it was right there to him, and as soon as the catch was made, he was able to make the block to spring the 6 yards.
Clock continuing to run. We're approaching the 1-minute mark here of the half. Snap to Perez. A good snap that time. He's looking deep. He's going to throw it across the middle. He's got a man wide open. Oh, and he can't hang on. Number 11, Jatrick Jeter, pretty reliable hands there, and he just was not able to corral it. That was a great throw that time.
I mean, Perez goes through 3 progressions. Look, he's going left, and then he sees him in the middle and makes a bullet throw right there. I mean, he finds his man after his second and third read. I mean, that's not what sophomores do, so that's a really, really good job right there by Perez. They've got something in this young man.
So 3rd and 4 after the incomplete pass. There's the snap, and they're looking. They throw it out to Powers to see if he can pick up the first down.
He's got baby.
Well, he's got some speed, too. Gets a nice block on the edge by number 8 that time, Ellis Rogers, and he is able to pick up the first down and go out of bounds.
Yeah, stops the clock with 50 seconds. Well, he's fast. He just outruns the linebacker right there and gets 2 great blocks, one by Rogers and one by the other receiver there. He couldn't catch his number, but then he gets out of bounds. Those smart plays right there by the sophomore.
Into Richardson territory. 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action. Perez looking deep. He's got a man out there. The catch is made. That is a touchdown ball.
My goodness. Hudson just outruns him to the middle of the field, and that's what you do. Perez, throw it out there. Let you guys with some speed go get it, man. Don't make them wait for it.
Well, a nice throw that time, and he just runs right under it.
It's hard to stay up with somebody like that when they're just out trying to outrun you to the ball. But the other part of it, you got to catch it, and your eyes are bouncing like crazy trying to outrun somebody to the ball. But boy, what a nice job right there by Hudson.
Cassidy with the extra point attempt here to tie it up. There's a snap and hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So, boy, it didn't take the Owls long, a little over a minute. And a nice throw and catch from quarterback Sergio Perez to Jordan Hudson right there on your screen. We are knotted away at 17. We've got 42 seconds remaining. We'll be back after these messages on GRS-TV.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part you could be. Garland ISD proud too.
action as you look at number 12, Sergio Perez just walked off the screen, but right behind him, right there, number 3, that is Jordan Hudson with the 44-yard touchdown reception, and Garland has this game tied once again at 17 with 42 seconds remaining. Boy, again, I know I've said it several times, but a great game here in the first half between these two ball clubs. You know, kind of renewing a rivalry, Bobby. The Garland-Richardson rivalry goes back a long way. And good to see these two teams playing each other once again. There's the end-over-end on the ground kick to number 3. Boy, there's a lot of room in the middle once again. And he's going to cut it outside. And we're taking off his feet at around the 46-yard line is the return man. He is dangerous, number 3, Sam Berry.
Yeah, you weren't expecting him to be able to return that ball. It was a squib kick to the sideline, and usually when that happens, you know, it gives you enough time to get down the field, but you got to stay in your lanes. You can't give that up. Well, that was a beautiful drive by Garland, though. You know, now they've got 228 total yards, 202 in the air, and Perez is really playing good. He's 15 of 25, 60%, 202 in the air, touchdown, playing awesome. But, you know, he couldn't do what he's doing. Hudson couldn't do what they're doing without those big linemen. And, boy, you saw Patrick Arroyo, 6'2", 265-pound senior in the middle, and he has really been playing good. He's given them a lot of time to throw that ball.
Boy, the pocket collapsed that time on the quarterback for Richardson. He's going to have to take it upfield. A nice gain on the play of about 7 yards, and Richardson will use their second timeout. We've got 21 seconds remaining. Bobby, why don't we keep it here? And, yeah, just to touch on what you were saying, of course, yeah, the offensive line is where it all starts. And again, this is a young ball club. He hasn't even been touched.
Yeah. I mean, really, you haven't seen anybody getting a lot of pressure on Perez at all. He's had plenty of time to sit back there and throw the ball. And when you have that and you've got that good of an arm and good decision-making and you got big, wide receivers, you know, you're going to do some damage to some teams, and we've seen it. What a great game. Go down and score right here before half.
See if the defense can step up and hold Richardson without points and go in at halftime all knotted at 17. And
really, the only thing that's really hurt Garland today is the one turnover, and really that wasn't a turnover. Remember, he threw the ball. That was a bad call. But then the other thing is the 6 penalties for 46 yards, and most of them came on that last drive that Richardson was able to score on.
Well, quarterback trying to get away again, and this time he is taken down in the backfield by number 49, Doug Onshwary. And it's going to set up 3rd down, and I think Richardson's just going to let the clock run out. Here's a look at it, Bobby, and where it comes off the block there, makes a nice tackle, and guess what? We have come to the end of the first half here at Williams Stadium, and it's been a great one so far. Our score with 2 quarters remaining, Richardson 17, Garland 17. We'll be back after these messages on GRS-TV. Halftime scores, Richardson 17, Garland 17. And so the Eagles are set to kick it away. Garland is going to receive here to open the 3rd quarter. So here's the kick. It's a high end over end kick. It's going to come down right at the 30. And a return down the sideline by number 20. He's pushed out of bounds around the 38-yard line, and that's where Garland will start shop.
You know, it's kind of interesting that head coach Danny Russell lets those guys run that back.
As we watch some of the highlights here from the first half. Nice return on the kickoff, but the fumble there, as you see. Garland recovered early.
Yeah, that's opening drive right there.
Did not do much with it. Yep. Here, that's a big first touchdown for Richardson.
pickoff right there. So beautiful.
Back to live action. Here's Jayshon Powers, the run to the outside. He's going to gain about 7, but there is a penalty flag, and that one's going to come back for holding. Boy, the penalties, Bobby, you mentioned it right there at the end of the first half. That has really been the Achilles heel in the game so far for Garland.
Yeah, I believe that's the 6th penalty, probably for around 60 yards on them. It really set them up on defense when they was getting all those penalties. That they were able to get in the end zone because of them. It was got them pushed way inside the 20 on a penalty, and then they got pushed inside the 10, and then they were able to punch it in on Garland. So penalties hurt them on that drive for sure.
Perez with the throw. The catch is made across the middle. He makes one man miss. He's headed to the end zone. And that is going to be a touchdown for number 15, Charles Allen.
Man, there was no catching him. Did you see how fast he was? 6'2", 190-pound sophomore coming through the middle. He didn't miss it this time, man. He catches that one on the run. Beautiful pass by Perez.
That is a 72-yard touchdown catch.
Watch this little step right there. I mean, just outruns everybody, splits them. I mean, you would think he was going to get caught right there, but splits 2 defensive backs, and defensive backs are not slow. That's a quick run right there.
Another good throw from Perez, and Charles Allen, a 72-yard touchdown reception just 23 seconds into the third quarter. There's the snap and hold on the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So, boy, the fireworks early here for the Owls in the third quarter. Number 15, Charles Allen with the touchdown. There's a look at the young man there on your screen. Again, another one of these sophomores for Garland, and getting that game experience that, will serve them well here in the next couple of years.
You see Ellis Rogers right there with the sitting beside him with his knee wrapped up. Crutch right there to help him walk, so looks like he's going to be done for the afternoon.
Well, good start to the second half for the Owls, and they take the 24-17 lead. And Bobby, that'll give us just a second here to kind of talk a little bit about the stats here in the first half. Why don't we talk about Garland real quick and give some of the.
You think Danny Russell went in there and said, "Hey, this is what we're going to do"? He drew it up. All right, we're going to run the ball, and we're going to throw the ball, and we're going to score with it. You think he told him that? Yeah, 300 total yards right now, 11 first downs, 274 yards in the air, 26 yards rushing, but that running yardage has really set up the pass, and Perez is really putting the ball on the money. Now he's got 2 touchdowns, 274 yards, 16 of 26. Let's see, that is, well, I don't have what the average is, but that's a lot. That's big time right there.
So 23 seconds into the third quarter, and Garland on top 24-17. Here comes an onside kick. Boy, and a good job by the Richardson players. You saw him that time, Bobby. He started to turn to run back. Noticed it was an onside kick. Comes up, dives on it. He's able to recover.
He had to have his eyes on it because that's not a time when you think they're going to kick an onside kick. So very nice job right there by the defensive guys. Boy, look at these guys jamming. They're excited now. They got a drum line. That's fun.
Yes, it is.
That's what everybody wants to hear, that drum line working. And now they've got them down there on the sideline, and they got the horns going down on the sideline, being like a cheer factor there. It's fun.
So great field position here for Richardson, and we will talk about their stats here shortly. So the fake handoff, quarterback's going to keep it, running to the outside, boy, and then he comes up, and a nice tackle made by number, I believe that's 18 for the Owls. It is, and a gain of about 5 for the quarterback.
Yeah, Adam Sumahora, also defensive end, 6'2", 195 junior, and on the tackle as well. You see him right there. He got pretty excited. That's a good defense right there. They're not allowing him to get outside and run the ball.
Second down and 5 here for Richardson. Just underway here in the third quarter. With the snap, play action, looking to throw it outside. He's got a receiver out there, and that's an interception for Garland. Boy, the second of the night for number 20.
Man, that was very nice. He had him covered the whole way, and that's a long throw. He sees it. He does a 5-yard out pattern, and man, he was on it. Look at that. picked it. That's a dream right there. That's fun times. Good job right there reading the ball, staying on your man, picking that off. Well, Garland came out of the locker room fired up, didn't he?
They did, and they're going to have another opportunity on offense here. They've got a 24-17 lead, and Perez and company out 1st and 10 at the 36 after the interception. So the missed onside kick didn't come back to hurt them there as they come up with the turnover. Empty backfield, snap to Perez, straight drop back. He's got plenty of time, throws it outside. He has his man, makes one miss, almost made a second miss and knocked off his feet. A good job there on the tackle, but a gain of about 6 yards for number 3, Jordan Hudson.
That's his 7th reception for about 94 yards, 14 average per catch.
Second down, a long 5 for the Owls. They're going to throw it out there to Powers, let him run. He's got some room. A penalty flag comes out late. And a nice tackle by number 4 of the Eagles, Aaron Bertrand. Or pardon me, 14.
Well, that flag came out fast. I mean, it was no doubt. He just, as soon as that play really started, the flag comes flying right at the offensive lineman's feet.
Yeah, that's going to hurt. That's a chop block called against the Owls. It's a 15-yard penalty. That's going to back them way up.
Oh, yeah, you see it right there. All of them go down. It looked like all of them went down. It looked like 3 different Owls all chop blocked at the same time. And used to, they would do that all the time. That was just part of it. They would go right at the defensive lineman's legs. And so many people got hurt with these guys chop blocking. Now they've made it just a straight-up penalty.
So the 15-yard mark-off sets up a second down at 20. But again, the penalties have been a problem here in the game for Garland. There's a snap, the handoff to Powers, and boy, they collapse in a hurry. He's going to gain about 3 yards, but it's going to be 3rd down and long. Boy, we have another injury. Boy, there actually may be 2 Owls down. And there are. Well, one of which is the running back, number 21, Jayshon Powers, and then you've got one of the linemen right there.
That's that big number 71. That's their main lineman there.
So while the trainers come out to
I love to read because it creates images in your mind and it makes you think that you're right there while you're reading.
I love to read because it shows me that anything is possible.
It's important to read well because it's a great way to expand your vocabulary.
There's just so much to gain from reading, and that's why I love it so much.
Reading makes me smart. Be a lifelong reader like me.
Reading is great.
You should read too.
Literacy is for life.
See you September 21st.
Come to Literacy for Life.
Make plans to attend the Literacy for Life event on Saturday, September 21st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Curtis Caldwell Center.
back from timeout, and we still have an injury on the field. And Bobby, you mentioned it right before we took the break. That is one of the big linemen. He is the leader for the offensive line. He's a senior. It's Patrick Arujo, and well, that's not a good sign for the Owls, as he, again, is an integral part. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's a 3-year starter for the Owls on the offensive line, and again, really the leader of their team, and he is still down right now, and they are tending to him. So
yeah, and as we talked about him earlier, he's not allowed any pressure on the quarterback this whole game. And you'll see right here is they're going right up the middle right there, and then somebody dives in right on his back of his legs, and then he gets flipped over backwards. You see that? That's just...
Now, it does appear the running back, Powers, was able to get up, so that's a good sign for him, as he was also injured on the play. But when they finally got big offensive lineman up on his feet.
You know, and that's the third, I think, the third Owl that's hurt his legs. See, that just rolled right up on the back of him right there. But the Owls gotten some pretty bad injuries tonight.
Yes, they have.
Some main guys. Number 83, he's down there on crutches. I believe number 8 came out.
Yeah, that does not look good right there. When you're getting help coming over to the sideline like that, he can't put any weight on that right leg at all.
Yeah,
and
just the jarring of it is hurting him pretty bad. So, oh, so sorry for him.
Yep, you hate to see that for sure. So the Owls will have to adjust. And they've got a big third down coming up here. It's going to be 3rd down and 18 when we get back to action.
He's having him to stop for a second just so he can catch his breath. He might have to get that cart back out here and help him get back to the locker room.
Yeah, I think you're right on that for sure. They finally get him to the sideline. Again, that's just, you hate to see it for any player, and hopefully he will end up being okay, but it does not look good right now.
I can't imagine them calling delay of, okay, false start.
Yeah, as a false start.
I mean, he just got off the sideline, so.
Yeah, that's going to back the Owls up even more. And boy, again, the penalties, I know we've said it several times, but they have not been kind to the Owls tonight. That's their 9th penalty for 75 yards here in the game. There's a snap. Perez throws it out quickly. Catch is made by number 5. Trying to get outside here, get as many yards as he can, and they'll bring the punt unit on as Jabari Ellis, his first catch of the game, but he is well shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, it's just a play to just get a little bit of yards. I'm not sure if they thought they were going to get all 20 yards or whatever of that, but they get about 5 or 10, well short.
So 4th down and 14, here comes the snap. Oh, and he loses the snap, kicks it, and then he gets hit. Guess what? That's going to be a penalty flag on Richardson because they did not touch the ball. And if that's a roughing the kicker, that's going to be an automatic first down.
I can't imagine them giving a roughing because he's picking the ball up. Usually he's a runner. It's a personal foul, though.
That's going to be a 15-yarder.
Do you agree with that kind of kick? Because the ball's on the ground as a fumble. You don't know if he's going to pick it up and run or kick it or anything. I mean, well, now he punted the ball away, then they hit him for sure. So good call.
So, yeah, that's going to bail Garland out as they're going to have the automatic first down after the roughing call. So the offense will come back on the field. They're marking off the penalty yardage now, and that's going to place the ball right around the 47-yard line. Again, it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Owls.
Well, that's a big break right there.
Yes, it is.
So it looks like they've put number 61 has come in. Michael Dunnican, 5'10", 210-pound sophomore, in playing offensive tackle now.
We'll see how he's able to do. And the handoff to Powers coming to the right side. Boy, coming up quickly is number 2 for the Richardson Eagles, Anthony Vaughn, and he slams down Powers for a big loss on the play of about 7.
Well, they had that one covered pretty quick. Everybody's coming towards that side. The linebackers, there's just nowhere to go. That's one of those plays you go, well, it looked good in practice.
Exactly. Yeah, just underway here in the 3rd quarter. The Owls with a quick strike, and now they're back on offense again. Plenty of time for Perez. Guy's looking, still looking. Now he's going to throw it deep. And he's got a man out there. He makes the goal. He drops it.
I mean, that offensive line is doing an outstanding job to give him that much time to throw that ball. And you can see he really trusts his receivers as well, because he goes ahead and tosses that ball out there knowing his receiver is going to go up and get it for him, and he just about does.
Yeah, here's the throw here, and I thought it was going to be picked off, and then watch the receiver step in front, and then he's not able to hold on to it.
Oh, yeah, it just kind of hit his hands. Now they're barely getting back, and they're going to snap the ball, and the receiver just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long. Here's the throw across the middle.
And we saw the same thing happen. Earlier when they went for a long pass like that, they come running back to the line of scrimmage and then snap it almost immediately, but we see the same results too. It's just not a good play because your receivers are too tired. They've been running for so far.
Yep, exactly right. So it's going to be 4th down now for Garland. So
and a holding.
Yeah, they're going to decline that, though, and it's going to be 4th down. So they had an opportunity after the roughing the kicker, but they are not able to do anything with it. And so once again, they bring the punt unit back on the field.
I think their strategy is when it's 3rd down and, 2nd down and long, they go deep. They run right back to the huddle and just try to run another play, but neither time it's worked for them.
Better snap this time and a better punt as well. As it's going to send the Richardson return man back.
Oh, he picks it up.
They pick it up. Boy, that's very dangerous. And the Owls able to collapse on him in a hurry. That was once again number 3, Sam Berry, on the return. And Richardson's going to start 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line, trailing 24-17. So as we take a look at the Richardson Eagles coming back out on the field on offense, why don't we talk quickly about their stats, kind of where they're at right now in the ball game. Again, they've had 1 possession here in the second half, but pretty much these are their first half stats.
Yeah, I mean, Garland's doing a really good job on them. The 199 total yards, 123 in the air, 76 on the ground. They've had some penalties too, 4 for 38 in penalties. But what really has killed them is Garland's been able to get 3 turnovers against them.
Yeah, 3 turnovers have been big thus far, and here comes the first down play. You're going to see that quick throw out to Sam Berry, and he's able to pick up a first down after a gain of 11. Yeah, Berry's been the big weapon here tonight for Richardson.
Just the injury bug has hurt the Owls tonight more than anything. A lot of their main guys are, gotten hurt.
Handoff up the middle to number 34 for the Eagles, Marcus Johnson, and a short gain of about 2 yards. There's a look at number 25 there on your screen with the tackle, Julius Ramos, a senior linebacker for the Owls, 2nd down and 8.
He's a real aggressive player. He's not very big. They got him at 5'8", 160 pounds. So if you're going to play linebacker at that size, you've got to be pretty aggressive kid.
Boy, nice play that time, and by number 3, Sam Berry, we've called his name tonight for Richardson, picks up another first down, but most importantly, breaks a couple of tackles on this handoff.
See Julius Ramos again coming in right here and making the finish-off tackle. Chased him all the way down the field.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles, close to midfield, and we are inside of 7 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Garland on top, 24-17. There's a snap to Mulvey. He's looking to throw. He's got plenty of time. He's got his receiver out there. Mr. Berry once again breaks 1 tackle, but not able to break the second, but another gain of about 8 yards. And tell you what, they better start looking at covering Mr. Berry a little better, because he is starting to assert himself here in the second half.
Yeah, but you see, they've planned everything in front of you. So, they're going to give that short throw up and make sure that they tackle him, but just don't let him get behind him. And that's how they're playing him right now. It's keeping him in the game.
Gain of 7 on that first down reception. There's the snap. They're going to run the option. There's the pitch. Tackle made, but not before a nice gain of about 7 yards. Once again by the running back, Marcus Johnson.
And then Garland switches out their entire defensive line with new, fresh legs.
First and 10 Eagles. They have driven inside Garland's 40. They've got a first and 10 at the 39. There's a snap and the handoff once again. This time he's met in the backfield, but boy, the strong running there of Marcus Johnson, and you can see him carry a couple of Garland Owls for a gain of 2.
That's all right. Pruitt was right there, 6 foot, 190-pounder right there. He comes flying in, and he just doesn't want anything to, get beat on the outside or anything, so he takes him standing up, but you take him down right there. It's a good play right there by the defensive end, Pruitt.
Second down 8 here for Richardson. Gonna send a man in motion. Snap to Mulvey, he's looking to throw. He's gonna throw it deep. This may be another interception. Oh, right in and out of the hands of number, I believe that's 6, Aaron King for Garland. And I'm with you, Bobby. I thought when he threw that ball, let go of it, I thought that was going to be a pick for the Owls.
I think Garland scouted that play because as soon as that guy went in motion across the field, it looked like King ran out for the pass. I mean, he knew it just as good as the receiver did. He knew where that ball was going. I think he scouted that play.
So a big third down and 8 coming up here for the Eagles. See if the Owls can hold them here. There's snap. Mulvey looking to throw it. They got the screen set up. There's a man right there, and guess what? Oh, he doesn't ever catch the ball. That's going to be an incomplete pass.
Oh, wow. They had that play right on. I mean, I thought he was going to actually pick the pass off. They had it scouted perfect. Boy, they just went in defensively, and look at this right here. I mean, oh. That ball is in slow motion when you're in that situation right there. The offense is looking at it, trying to get the ball, and defense is trying to get it away. It's slow motion.
So here we go, 4th and 8. Richardson keeps the offense on the field. They've got to get to the Garland 29 to move the chains. And he takes a step back, so let's see if they're going to punt it here. There's a snap. He is going to punt it. They're going to try to pin Garland deep, and a nice punt towards the outside, but it gets into the end zone, so that will be a touchback. Well, I thought for a second there, Bobby, they were going to go for it on 4th and 8, but you see so many of these offenses do this now where the quarterback takes a step or 2 back and ends up punting the ball. So Garland will take over, and a good job by their defense to hold them.
Yeah, you called it. I mean, man, what a great defensive stop right there. I mean, it's just, they knew what was coming. Looked like the coaches scouted them, put the defense in the right position, in the right place. And Garland comes away with a good stop. Great opening third quarter for the Owls.
Counter play to Jay-Sean Powers. He's got a big hole here on the left side, and he's going to pick up about 12 yards and a first down. So you saw the counter action as he took a step to his right and then came back, of course, to the left.
Yeah, what happens there, you got a real aggressive defense that's really rushing to the outside because that's where they think he's going, and then you cut it back on that counter and you get a little good yardage right there.
1st and 10, there's a snap, the handoff to Powers to the right. Look at the hole here, another big hole. He makes a couple miss. He's going to have another first down, I think. Yeah, he
Mark him a little short,
yeah,
but
I was going to say,
I tell you, that's just nice running right there.
Yeah, they're going to give him 9. You're right. He is going to be marked about a yard shy, but another nice run for Powers.
Another counter. This time it went from right to left to right. Play worked again. You see his big old lineman, number 78, down there blocking for him.
2nd down 1. There's a snap, same play. Powers going to have a first down and more. Nice running room, and he's across midfield all the way down to the Richardson 47. So all of a sudden, Powers, Bobby, 3 straight runs and big yardage.
Yeah, I don't know what they've found. They've noticed something, but boy, you see all the offensive line go from left to right, and somehow or whatever, it's working. These 3 plays have really eaten big chunks of land up each time they've ran it.
So 1st and 10 in Richardson territory. They fake the handoff this time to throw out. The catch is made, and another penalty flag comes out late. The catch made by number 3, Jordan Hudson, but we will check the flag.
Yeah, they're going to call offensive line downfield again.
Well, I tell you what, as quick as that throw came out, that offensive lineman must have ran down the field immediately.
Yeah, what's happening is he's throwing it, and they're going down to try to block for him. is what's happening. And that ump just saw him take off.
Well, watch how fast Perez.
62 is who he called it on, or maybe 52. One of those two guys. He's thrown the ball. They're still there, but I mean, now you can release downfield, and that's
right.
What's happening is that referee is calling them for that penalty when they can release downfield. But it's a 5-yard pass, they can release.
So nice job on the replay there. There is an injured Richardson Eagle on the field. They're taking a look at him, and
looks like a cramp.
Yeah, maybe. I was going to say, looks like cramp. So good news for him. Not that cramps don't feel good, but
it's let's say that.
Exactly right. Doesn't look to be too serious, is my point. And they've got him back up on his feet. Yeah, I'm not trying to play down a cramp at all. Those things can hurt pretty bad. Well, good to see him back up on his feet. That's Caleb White, the junior for Richardson, and I would imagine we'll see him back in the game once he gets some fluids in him. Yeah, here's the penalty again, and watch again, Bobby, as quick as they release.
The ball is out. Let's see when the ball goes out, right there.
And I have no idea who they're calling unless they've got the center or the guard, but wow.
Yeah. They want them to take a step back when they're blocking for pass protection, not to be going forward like you're blocking for a run. I can see that, but that's getting really close.
Yes, it is. So the Owls were able to draw Richardson offside, so they get the penalty yardage back. So now we're back to where we were at the start, 1st and 10 from the 47. Perez, another quick throw. The catch is there, and he makes a couple of defenders miss, and he's going to be close to another first down before he's pushed out of bounds. They mark him down at the 37, so it's going to be right there on the down marker.
Now watch all the linemen do this. Watch them take off running. You'll see them all coming down the field to block again. They were out there blocking as well. And I mean, when they throw it out there, they think it's just like a running play. They go blocking.
Another counter play to Jay-Sean Powers, and boy, he breaks the tackle, still running. Boy, another tough run for Powers, and he's going to get about 14 on the carry.
Well, I don't know what's happening to these Owls. They came in back onto the field from the locker room, and they've just got a fire lit under them. They're playing strong. Look at that.
So a nice drive going here. Garland 1st and 10 at the 23 of Richardson. And trying to add to the 7-point lead they have, and we are at the 2-minute mark here of the 3rd quarter. It's been all Garland here in the 2nd half. Snap to Perez. He's got time. He's going to throw it towards the end zone, looking for his receiver.
He's going to get a flag there. No, really. I guess he's saying let him play, but you got to be able to. Defensively, you have to turn around and try to make a play on the ball. You can see Hudson trying. He's trying to get back to the ball and just gets run into.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Bobby. That was a questionable, I guess a no call. That situation is probably the right call, but I'm with you. There was some contact there, certainly in the end zone. So the incomplete pass sets up a 2nd down and 10. Snap to Perez. He's going to roll to his left this time. He's looking towards the end zone again. He's got a man out there.
That's it.
That catch is made, and that is a touchdown for number 11, Jadrick Jeter.
Wow. Carry that baby home. What a play right there. I'm telling you, he comes rolling to the left, and that is a hard pass to throw. Look, he's going from left to right, so you have to really set your feet and throw that one, and right on the money, and Jeter pulls it down in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, another great pass that time, and a great drive for the Owls, and they've taken a 2-touchdown lead here. Here comes the extra point attempt. There's the snap and hold. The kick is up, and it looks good. And it is good. So we've got 1:39 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And a look at Sergio Perez on the sideline, the quarterback who just threw the touchdown pass. Our new score, Garland 31, Richardson 17. We'll be back after these messages. There's a look on the sideline as we come back to the quarterback. That's Sergio Perez, the sophomore quarterback. He's had a good night, Bobby, here throwing the ball.
I'd say so. He's got 319 total, 389 yards, 20 of 33. I mean, come on, 60%. That's a great night, and his throws have been really on the money. But you got to give a lot of credit to that offensive line. I mean, he's been having a lot of time to sit back and toss that ball around. I mean, they have done a wonderful job. And now, not only has he been throwing the ball well, but you're starting to pick up the rushing game. Now you've got 70 yards on the ground, and that last drive, that rushing game was doing well with Jashawn Powers. 16 attempts, 70 yards, 1 touchdown for him. And the defense is playing well as well. So you're holding a team right now in the Eagles of Richardson to 246 total yards now, and it's almost the fourth quarter. They've been averaging 417 a game.
So a good job here by Garland tonight. Let's see if they can hold on to this lead, 31-17. It has been all Owls here. It was 17 all at halftime, and Garland is outscoring Richardson 14-0 here. 2 long passes to Garland receivers. And so here we go, 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They took the ball where it went out of bounds, plus the 5-yard mark off. So they're at starting at their own 39. A big run here on 1st down, and breaking some tackles is Sam Berry, number 3 for Richardson. Of course, we've called his name a lot tonight, and they better keep an eye on him, as he's been pretty much all their offense here in the second half.
Well, if those guys have to do push-ups for every point that they score tonight, that'd be 31 of them. They're going to be sore tomorrow.
Yeah, I could probably do maybe 3, and I'd be done.
I don't believe that one bit.
Quarterback keeps it here and gets hit by number 7 of the Owls, Jeremiah Bennett. A nice play by the senior, and a gain of only about 3 on the quarterback keeper.
They're going to get him for personal foul, roughing around there, but I think he was just trying to get up, and it looked like the running back was trying to get up at the same time, and it was lifting him off his feet, so he couldn't get off of him. It should be a no call right there.
Yeah, there is a penalty flag, as you mentioned, Bobby. So we'll see what the call is, and they're talking about it.
I mean, Jeremiah Bennett was on top of him, trying to get off of him, but the running back was also trying to get up, and it was lifting him off of his feet, so he couldn't get off of him. But they are going to call unnecessary roughness.
So that is another 15-yard penalty call against Garland tonight. Yeah, we'll see if we can pick it up. He makes a nice play on the tackle.
See, you've got to get off of him now. Right here, he's down. Okay, now, right here. See, that was the extra little bump right there, and that's where's the flag came out.
So that 15-yard penalty gives Richardson a 1st down at the Garland 33. So they're trying to answer here after dropping down by 2 scores. Boy, there's the throw to guess who, number 3. And he is still on his feet. He's going to be inside Garland's 20 for another 1st down and a catch of about 13 yards.
That was a little sneaky play because he's coming from the left side of the field in that slot position, and he comes all the way across, about 3 or 4 yards underneath, all the way across, and he just waits on him to get over there. By the time he gets over there, the receivers have cleared out on that side.
So into the red zone once again for the Eagles. 1st and 10 just inside the 20. We are approaching the end of the 3rd quarter here. There's a snap. Mulvey looking right in the middle to Berry. He's not able to hold on. That time 3 Owls converge and hit him at the same time, and able to jar the ball loose. And boy, we've got another injured player, and
that injury bug has just really hurt them tonight. I mean, I think it was just a pretty good, clean collision, though. Right there, they just kind of hit him all at the same time. They jar the ball loose, which is very nice.
That is number 20 that is down on the turf. Of course, he's made an interception here in this 3rd quarter. They're taking a look at him. Why don't we take a quick break? We've got, well, no, I'll tell you what, let's keep it here. We've got 13 seconds remaining, and so we'll have a break here in just a moment at the third quarter. So they're going to try to help him to his feet right now. There he is. So hopefully maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. Of course, I say that, but he's hopping around on 1 foot, so.
Maybe got frogged in the leg is what happened, probably. He's grabbing that thigh. A lot of times you got that big bone going right through those muscles, and you get hit square right between those two muscles on that bone. And, oh, man, it'll make your leg feel like it's going to fall off.
Yeah, exactly right. So as we get set back for action, you know, we've been talking about number 3, Sam Berry. He is right now their leading rusher. He's got 4 carries, 51 yards on the night, and he's also their leading receiver with 4 catches and 74 yards. So again, need to keep an eye on number 3 for the rest of the game if you're the Garland Owl defense.
Time to dial up a couple of blitzes here and get to that quarterback before he can throw to number 3.
Second down and 10. There's a snap, a direct quarterback draw, and he is going to have another first down inside the 10. He broke 1 tackle, and that's all he needed to do to get the first down. So it's going to be first and goal, Richardson.
They call him a little short. Maybe. We'll see here.
Yeah, I think you're right, Bobby. He is going to be about a yard short, but we have come to the end of the third quarter of play. A good one here for the Owls in the third quarter. They take a 31-17 lead over Richardson when we come back after these messages.
Everybody choose GISD, a diverse community, providing exceptional education to every kid we see. That's the mission. Reaching the future by driving excellence. Yeah, that's the vision. We have values. We believe every student can learn, and every student deserves our best. You ready for your turn? Come join us and be a part. You could be Garland ISD proud too.
You can be anything you want to be. You can go any place you want to see. It all starts right here with GISD. We are the future. Be the change you want to see. It all starts right now with GISD.
Back at Williams Stadium for the start of the fourth quarter. We've got a good one here. Garland on top 31-17. They're trying to start the defensive pressure up here as Richardson has a 3rd down and 1 as the quarterback was just a little short on that scamper. It was a 9-yard gain, so 3rd and 1 for Richardson. But more importantly, the Owls trying to hold them away from points here, and certainly trying to hold them out of the end zone as we start the fourth. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to have the first down, and it's going to be first and goal all the way to the 6. So first and goal, Richardson at the 6-yard line.
You know, it's a nice play. We always complain about it being 3rd and 1 or 4th and goal or whatever it is, and they take a snap 6 yards deep, and we're always like, just get right up underneath those big guys and take a snap under center. You just never see it.
That's why you do it. So the handoff up the middle to number 34, and a pretty good job that time by the Owl defense to hold him to a short gain of 1. That, of course, Marcus Johnson, kind of the workhorse back for Richardson, and gain of a yard on the play, so it's going to set up 2nd and goal from the 5. See, a player lost his helmet there, one of the linemen, so he'll have to come out at least for 1 play.
That's where you blitz. You blitz right where he left. There's your starter. Somebody else comes in, blitz him.
So 2nd down and goal from the 5. There's a snap. They fake the handoff. They're going to throw it out to the end zone. Oh, it dropped.
Woo, that quarterback took the pressure right there. I mean, they come through there and hit him as soon as that ball comes out of his hands.
Well, should have been a catch there, though, for Cameron Turner. There's the throw. Look at there. Oh,
there's just a little bit out of his reach. He goes up one hand to try to grab it and pull it down. The quarterback had to get rid of that one really quick there.
So big play here on 3rd and goal, although probably 4-down territory for the Eagles if they don't make it here. But here we go. Quarterback's going to pitch it to the running back, and he is going to be short of the goal line by about a yard. They're going to mark him down at the 1 as the option to Marcus Johnson nets 4. And here we go, 4th and goal from the 1.
He had plenty of room to get out there. It was a great block on the defensive guy, but
he's still pushing. Now, I don't know if he's got it yet, and Oh, there it is. There's the touchdown signal. So, boy, it was 34, and for a second there I thought Garland was going to hold him out of the end zone, or pardon me, the quarterback, but he was able to cross the goal line, and Richardson is an extra point away from making this a 7-point game.
Yeah, that's what you call a scrum right there. You get all these guys pushing them, and see who can push it in the farthest, and he finally gets loose and puts it across.
Well, I'll tell you what, he barely made it there. But the quarterback keeper for a yard, and Richardson, again, an extra point away from a 7-point game. So here we go. There's the snap and hold. The kick is up, and it looks good. It is good. So we've got 10:52 remaining in the game, and Richardson has come ever so close. Our score, Garland 31, Richardson 24. We'll be back after these messages on GRS-TV. Look at the dashing Devs in the stands as we come back after a touchdown for the Richardson Eagles has cut the lead to 31-24 for the Owls. We've got 10:52 remaining and what looks to be a good fourth quarter coming up here, Bobby.
Yeah, 24-31 right there. And, you know, Richardson had a great drive. They started, just kept driving methodically down the field. But that's okay. The Owls know that they didn't give a quick touchdown up. They just made them work for it.
So the return out across the 30 to about the 32-yard line by number 20, and that's where Garland will start first and 10. They've scored 2 touchdowns here in the second half. And, of course, with that 7-point lead, they certainly want a little bit of a drive here, Bobby, to chew some of the clock up. Obviously, points you want, but more importantly, with that 7-point lead, you want to make sure and take as much time off as you can. There's a look at the sophomore quarterback, Sergio Perez, and sophomore running back, Jayshawn Powers in the backfield. Both of them have had good games here tonight. There's the snap. They're going to hand it off on the counter. Jayshawn Powers, he cuts to the outside, breaks the tackle, down the sideline, has another first down, and they push him out at around the 46.
Well, they have found something running the ball. They didn't have a lot of room to run in that first half, but boy, they've really opened it up a little bit. They're taking 8, 9, 10 yards a chunk now.
Yeah, Powers is inching closer to 100 yards. He's got 80 right now. After the 10-yard game, counter coming back to the right side and see if he can outrun a Richardson defender. Stiff arms, he does get around the corner and then gets pushed out of bounds once again, but another gain that time of about 7.
And we've seen both runs on the outside, and where they were really getting a lot of yardage on that first possession of the third quarter was they were going right up the middle on that counter play. And now he's decided to go on outside, but boy, what a great block right there by his receivers to spring him.
Second down and 3 as the clock continues to run here. There's the handoff up the middle, and boy, here's a penalty flag, and they're going to get a false start against Garland. Boy, the penalties have been an issue for them tonight. Bobby, they are, easily in double digits. They've got, I believe, 12 penalties now for 98 yards.
Yeah, you got to clean that up. That's. I mean, you're almost 100 yards that you've had to make up. And they've had 408 total offense. So you take another 100 yards. I mean, that's a killer.
Counter back to the left. He breaks 2 tackles, still on his feet. And boy, he's going to pick up the penalty yardage back +1. So a gain of 6 for Powers. It's going to be 3rd down and 2.
He's 5'10", 175 pounds. But boy, he runs strong.
currently setting at 95 yards right now, Bobby. So he's 5 yards shy of the 100-yard mark. And, he started slow in the first half. And there's the handoff to him coming to the left. And, boy, he's not going to get there. Yep. Tried to get up the middle, but Richardson there to stop him. He's going to lose half a yard. And
so now what do you do here? It's 4th down and 2. You really are in maybe punt, push them back. But, boy, if you could get a first down here, you could really run some of the clock off and maybe even score.
It was number 22, Marcellus Dennis, that came up for the stop. And Garland right now has the offense on the field, 4th down and 2.
Gonna try to make them jump, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well. And although they may be calling the play here, they may actually go for this. It's 4th and 2. Big play here. They are going for it. The quick throw out. The catch is made.
He gets it.
And that is going to be a first down to number 3, Jordan Hudson. That's just a quick pass out, Bobby, and a good call.
I mean, just so smart, too. He's able to make that catch. He's got great hands, be able to grip that ball. He knows he's going to get hit, but he's still looking to lean over. I mean, he's just a smart player.
So 4th down and 2, and the pickup is there.
It's really incredible to see sophomores play with so much poise that these guys have. They're really playing good.
1st and 10, there's a snap. The handoff to Powers, trying to come to the right, and he gets actually tackled from behind by number 12 of the Eagles, Adarius Goodson-Davis.
Is that new running back, Ronnie Reed? Was he the one that was carrying the ball there?
No, I think you're right, Bobby. I'm sorry, that was 34, I think. Or pardon me, 20. That's 27 on the carry.
Yeah, Ronnie Reed.
That is Ronnie Reed, right?
Yeah, he was a little indecisive when he got the ball. He was thinking about breaking, up the field, and when he did, the defensive end was just chasing him down and never saw him.
Yeah, you caught it there. I missed it. I thought it was 21, but you're right. It was 27 Reed, and he loses 3 yards. So Perez back to pass. He's got some time. He's going to throw it out. He's got a man out there who makes the catch, stays on his feet. He's going to gain about 10, which is going to leave him about 2 yards shy. Let's say 3 yards shy. They're going to mark him down at the 36. So another catch by Jordan Hudson. He's had another good game for the Owls.
I mean, he takes a big shot. Look at this blocking, though. I mean, he has so much time to throw this ball and find his guys downfield. Incredible job right there. Oh, that offensive line.
So 3rd down and 3 once again, and Powers back in the game at running back for Garland. And we have hit the 7-minute mark left in the game, so they are taking time off the clock on this drive as well. The quick throw out. Oh, and not able to hold on, leading the receiver a little too far that time. And he was looking for number 5, Jabari Ellis, and he just couldn't hold on. So once again, we got a 4th down and 3 here. Yeah, a little bit of a low throw, but I'll bet you if you ask Ellis, he'll say he should have come up with that. But here we go. The Owls keep the offense on the field. It looks like on 4th and 3, another big 4th down call.
Looks like they're going to be blitzing from the outside as well. So you're going to have to know that if you're going to throw the ball, you're going to have to get rid of it pretty quick because they're going to be blitzing from that outside.
Yeah, Garland's going to go ahead and call a timeout here.
Probably smart.
Yeah, I agree. There were 5 seconds left on the play clock. And I'll tell you what, Bobby, let's keep it here for a second. And, I mentioned in the first half, talk a little bit about, this is the last week or last weekend, if you will, for non-district action. So next week we start district play. And, we talked a little bit about, we'd talk a little bit about the teams coming into district play. But, I think you've got the Saxe Mustangs, again, they look to have a pretty good squad once again. They've won district the last several years. But really, after you get to Saxe, a lot of these teams, they're starting to get kind of bunched together. So it may be a pretty interesting year to see who makes the playoffs.
Yeah, you would think maybe Rowlett would make the playoffs, but boy, they get beat pretty bad by Rockwall last week. So you think, well, maybe they aren't as strong as we would anticipate them being. And then you see Garland out here. They are playing better than I thought they would play. And they got to play South Garland next week. So, who's going to win? Who's going to be the 4 spots in there to make the playoffs? And, looks like maybe you got one of the teams out here on the field probably.
Yeah, could possibly be. And of course, they're looking to get back to where they've been, for a long time. Garland, of course, one of the perennial powers here in the area and have kind of fallen off the last couple of years. They're looking to get back to where they were. But here we go after timeout. 4th down and 3. There's the snap. Perez looking to throw it. He's got time. He throws it. He's got a man. Makes the catch and has the first down once again, Hudson.
Well, of course it's Hudson. And he comes through there, and he almost doesn't catch the ball. The ball comes out a little bit, and he's able to really grab it and pull it back down right in time to get that first down. What a play right there by Hudson. He comes out of the game, though, and he's going down to the bench.
May need a breather, Bobby. He's in double-digit catches for the game. The handoff to Powers. Oh, look at the big hole up the middle of the field. Still on his feet.
Well, they got to blow the whistle on that. That's ridiculous. He should have been up there towards about the 26-yard line, and
they're going to end up marking him at the 28. You're right. But another gain of 6. That's going to get him over the 100-yard mark. And like I mentioned, Bobby, Hudson right there on your screen, he's got 11 catches here on the night. He's had a big night for Garland.
His hands are so good. And not only that, once he catches it, he's hard to bring down. They're hitting him as soon as he catches the ball, but he's still able to get 2 or 3, 4 more yards after it.
Another handoff, boy, a nice spin move to get about 2 yards. So it is going to be once again another big 3rd down. We are inside of 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Garland on top 31-24, and once again a 3rd down coming up.
And you want to be careful when you do these spin moves, because what happens, you spin and the ball comes away from your body and you get hit there, you lose the ball, and it's not really worth the 1-yard gain.
So here we go, 3rd down, a long 4, let's call it. Garland's got to get to the 22 to pick up a 1st down. The snap to Perez, he's looking, he throws it out quickly to Powers. Powers trying to get outside, he's got some blocking out there. Oh, they're going to get a flag for holding as Powers picks up the 1st down, and once again, the penalty flags are going to get Garland. Got 2 penalty flags on the field. So they got 2 holding penalties on 2 different players for Garland. So, boy, that looked to be a 1st down there. Garland looked to be in good shape, but this is going to back him up and hurt.
Yeah, you can see Powers, though, man. He can turn the speed on right there, but you got to let him go right there. You got to let go.
There's a look at Coach Russell, and as you mentioned earlier, Bobby, the penalties are one of the things they're going to have to work on, as it has not been pretty tonight for them in the penalty department. And now it's 3rd down and 12, a big 3rd down for Perez. He's got plenty of time. He throws it across the middle, and that ball's picked off. Ill-advised throw that time, and number 21 comes up with the interception. Tried to go into double coverage that time, Bobby, and 21 steps across and makes the pick. That's Christian Rhodes, the senior.
Yeah, he wants to throw outside, and he sees him coming across, but never sees the safety, number 21, coming from left or from right to left. He just never sees him there. Thought he had him open, running that post pattern.
So Richardson's defense able to come up big. Again, Bobby, remember a play right before that, Garland appeared to have a 1st down, and the penalty flag cost him.
Inside the 5-yard line.
So let's see if the defense can come up big. 4:47 remaining in the game. Richardson with the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 32. As Bove looks to throw it, he's got time, and he's got plenty of time. He's going to tuck it and run, looking for the sideline. He goes out of bounds around the 38-yard line for a gain of 6.
Just got to stay contained. You want to blitz him. You want to get to him. I know they want to sack him right there and help their team out, but you got to have somebody on that outside to stay out there and keep that containment. Look at this power set.
Quick throw out, and boy, what a great play by the corner to get around those blockers, Bobby. That was number 6, Aaron King.
Yeah, I mean, they came out. They had 4 guys out there. It looked like the old swinging gate. But nobody blocked number 6, King. He just comes straight in there. Like, we got all these guys out there, but you got to block. You can't just stand out there.
Can't just watch it. That's right.
Yeah, King come in, he sees what's going on, goes right through them all, and makes a great play.
3rd down and 3. Clock is approaching 4 minutes remaining in the game. Quarterback going to keep it himself up the middle, and he's going to
get it.
Yeah, he's only got about half a yard.
Yeah.
It's going to be 4th down and 2. Well, nice job by the Owl defense to swarm on him. Number 49 and 2 were in on the tackle. Number 2, Trayvon Swanson right there.
Big boy. Yeah, that's a designed run the whole way, and Swanson just reads it perfectly, and he said, not this time.
So Richardson going to keep the offense on the field here. 4th down and 2.
Well, that's different. I would have thought they were going to punt this one away, but
I'm with you, Bobby.
They feel like the time's running out on them.
All 3 timeouts, I would have done the same. Quarterback's got it. He's got a 1st down, so a good play that time, as he is going to gain 5 yards and a 1st down. But I'm with you. I would have punted there with all 3 timeouts.
It's a risky play. He gets a good blocking right in front of him, though, and boy, he takes a punishment. He got landed on pretty hard there.
So 1st and 10 for the Eagles as clock is at 3:22, and they're just now winding the clock back up. There's a snap, and Mulvey rolls to his right, looking to throw. He's going to throw across the middle. He's got a man out there. Catches made, but he loses the ball. And who's got it? Garland may have it.
I don't see any celebrating, so must not have.
Yeah, you're right. So are they going to call that an incompletion, or are they going to say it was a catch and a fumble? Looks like they're going to go with a catch and a fumble here, and that will be a 1st down.
Yeah, he's got it. Boom, just a nice shot. Just hit that ball right out of there. Oh, he just out-wrestles him. Pulls it out of there.
So 1st and 10 Eagles as the quarterback rolls to his left. Here comes pressure. They pick it up. He's going to throw it, and boy, that ball's tipped away. Good defensive play right there.
Well, that was nice. There was no place to run either. I mean, he could have ran, but Durant stays on his man right there and just jumps in front of it. Boom, knocks it out of there. Not today.
So 2nd down and 10. We are at 2:54 remaining in this game. Garland up by 7, but the Eagles driving. And I believe Richardson has called a timeout. They have, so they've used their 1st timeout here of the 2nd half. We'll take a break with them. We've got 2:54 remaining with our score. Garland 31, Richardson 24.
I love to read because it creates images in your mind and it makes you think that you're right there while you're reading.
I love to read because it shows me that anything is possible.
It's important to read well because it's a great way to expand your vocabulary.
There's just so much to gain from reading, and that's why I love it so much.
Reading makes me smart. Be a lifelong reader like me.
Reading is great.
You should read too.
Literacy is for life.
See you September 21st.
Come to Literacy for Life.
Make plans to attend the Literacy for Life event on Saturday, September 21st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Curtis Caldwell Center.
Back at Williams Stadium, our score, Garland 31 and Richardson 24. We've got a 2nd and 10 for the Eagles, 2:54 remaining. They are trying to get into the end zone to tie this game. The quick throw out to number 3. Well, he's been the dangerous threat for Richardson tonight, and he gets knocked out of bounds, but not until he gains 12 more yards and another 1st down.
Well, that's just a dagger to you because they have him wrapped all around. I mean, they got him right here, right here, right here, and then he just jukes you 1 or 2 times, and all of a sudden he's down the field for a 1st down.
Yeah, again, Barry, the main weapon tonight for Richardson, and he makes another good catch there. 1st and 10, Richardson driving now. They are at the Garland 29-yard line. Well, it looked like a receiver left early. There's the quick throw. The catch is made across the middle and then taken off his feet. But he lost the ball. Garland has it. Still on his feet is number 7.
Just go down.
And
just go down.
You got 2 penalty flags that come out. But Garland, it's going to be Garland's ball. Well, you got an injured Eagle down as well, and right with those 2 penalty flags, something must have happened illegally right there, and we'll see if we can sort out all of this. But it will be Owl football.
Yeah, it looked like it was Owl football. I mean, he gets the fumble. The ball pops out, and Bennett gets it. Well, let's see. Good pass, but he right there just knocks it out. That ball's out. Maybe not in the NFL. They might not call it 2 steps or whatever they call it, but here it's a fumble. Just go down, guys. Go down.
Just hold on to the ball. Exactly.
I didn't see anything that would cause a penalty there, but probably something. Probably a crackback or something. You know, usually these defensive guys get super happy about something. They finally get to hit. They finally get to hit somebody.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Bobby. I bet you're exactly right. We'll get a block in the back here, probably on number 1. There's your personal foul.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, that's big, too, because it is Garland ball, of course, but that's going to move him back 15 yards. That'll be a half the distance to the goal, and good to see the receiver for Richardson up on his feet. That's Cameron Turner, the senior. Again, we didn't see what happened on the play, but, you know, obviously the personal foul was a result of whatever, you know, injury he had. So, there's a look at number 20, who...
He's had a great game at
yes,
number 20
he has.
right there. He's been able to, you know, play for that safety position. He's had a pickoff and a couple of knockdown passes and caused that fumble there.
And we'd love to tell you who he is, but we're not even sure ourselves. So the half the distance to the goal on the personal foul. Again, 1st and 10 for the Owls at the 10, but you got to be careful here. Richardson still with 2 timeouts. Got to be careful with the ball. Hold on to it. Powers on the counter. He's got a big hole here. Still on his feet. Guess what?
Oh, he's breaking it.
He breaks it. He's across the 30.
No
the 40,
flags.
And he should have stayed in bounds. That's about the only thing he did wrong there, but...
Well, they would stop the clock because they got to move the chains anyway. So you get up there and... But yeah, no flags. That's all I'm looking for because they've had so many tonight. 13 for 105 yards penalties.
Yeah, that doesn't include the last personal foul, so you're looking at 14.
Right, 14. Tack on another 15 yards on that. So, boy, it's good to see that.
Yeah, good run there by Powers. It gets Garland at least out of their own deep in their own territory. Snap to Perez. He hands it off to Powers again to the right side, and another nice gain of about 5 yards to the 45, and a penalty flag comes out late. What else?
The line judge calls this one way over here on the sideline, so I don't know what he would be calling. Usually he only calls offsides or procedure of some sort.
We're going to get the call right here. It's illegal participation, so they got somebody, it looks like, on late. And that's going to be a first down for the Owls here.
Now you just got to make sure you cover that ball up. Don't let it get loose on you. Don't try to do too much now because the game is in your hands.
That's a big 15-yard penalty. That's going to move Garland into Richardson territory. More importantly, they can continue to run clock.
Powers really taking control, but boy, this offensive line is just really doing a great job. Now Powers at 23 attempts, 131 yards now and a touchdown.
So they're going to take as much time off the clock as they can. The play clock down to 10. There's the snap. Going to run the counter once again. This is the new running back, number 27. Reed on the carry, and he's down to the 35 for 5 more. And again, it'll keep the clock running. Richardson probably going to use a timeout now, and they do. So they're going to use their second timeout of the half. They will have 1 left when we return. We'll take a quick break. Our score, Garland 31, Richardson 24. We'll be back after these messages on GRS-TV. here at Williams Stadium. Garland on top 31-24. They've got a 2nd down and 5. Richardson with only 1 timeout remaining, Bobby. So if Garland can get 1 more first down here, they can run this clock out and come away with the victory. Powers with the run, and Richardson, of course, an all-out run defense here to stop him. So he gets back almost to the line of scrimmage, loses a yard on the play, but Richardson has indeed used their final timeout.
Well, they all ran right past him, actually. He gets the ball, and they could have got him for like a 5-yard loss, and somehow he just slips right through it. Look at all these players come right through. Watch. 1, 2. They all just come right through and miss him. Well, what a great job this offensive line has been. You got number 52, Hayden Barker, and 62, Sergio Rodriguez, Jesus Areno, Patrick Ario that went out earlier, Pedro Aguilar. These guys have been playing super tonight.
They're getting close here to a victory. Again, if they can pick up 1 more first down now, they can run out the clock, but that's going to be the big challenge here. It's 3rd down and about 7. So, and Bobby, here's the dilemma you have as well. Do you keep the ball on the ground, knowing you got to get 7 yards, or do you throw it here to try to pick up the first down so you're going to get the win? Of course, if you do that and you have an incomplete pass and, it stops the clock. And
I'll tell you what, you got Perez and you got Hudson over there. I think if he wants to, he could throw it if he wanted to, but they're going to keep it on the ground here.
Yeah, they hand it off to Powers, and now, of course, Richardson cannot stop the clock, so we're going to be under a minute to go here when the Owls snap the ball, and I don't know. Well, I'm assuming they're going to punt it here, Bobby, try to pin Richardson back as far as they can. Again, Richardson with no timeouts remaining, but I think what you'll see here, and they still haven't, now they start the play clock, so we're going to be down around 45 seconds before Garland has to snap the ball. And what my guess would be here is they're going to let the play clock get down to 1, call a timeout. Right, and then you're going to see the Owls punt it away, leave Richardson about 38 seconds, somewhere around in there, to see if they can, drive the length of the field and tie the game.
I guess so, but,
And there's your timeout call. We'll keep it here.
You can punt the ball here, but what if it goes into the end zone? It's going to go into 25-yard line, so you net 15 yards.
So are you suggesting to go for it here?
Well, you've got a really good, smart quarterback, and you've got some great receivers. So, I mean, you could put it in his hands, and if the dude is wide open, you could put it to him, and if he's not, you could take off running a little bit and see if you can pick up as much yard as you can. You still have them around the 30, 35-yard line at that point, and they still have to go the distance. So, what you don't want is to punt it and it roll into the end zone and net you, 12, 14 yards. I mean, you don't want to do that. So, I don't know. That's why the coaches are down there and we're up here so we can second guess what they do.
That's true. Well, I would still take the safe bet here. I'd punt it away here and take my chances. Hope we can angle it out of bounds. And I think
that's
Coach Russell is
bringing
the punter out. So I think that's what they're going to do as well.
But boy, they're going in straight punt formation. And usually we see the quarterback just take a step, do a little safe pooch punt. But boy, they're bringing the big guns out.
You definitely want to angle it here because number 3 is the return man and straight up catch it. He's going to call for fair catch. It's going to bounce. Look at the bounce.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness. It bounced at the 1 and stayed out.
So, that's what we were afraid of, that it roll in. But, boy, what a crazy bounce. I mean, that thing stuck in the ground like a shot put. Look at that. Boom.
Now, hold on, because there is apparently another flag on the play here.
Sure enough. I hope they didn't get one of the Owls for taking off too early. They're pointing that way.
I was going to say, Richardson certainly thinks it's against Garland, so we may have to re-punt this. And boy, the penalties for Garland tonight, if they can end up with this win, it is a procedure call against the Owls, so they will have to redo this. But if they can come out of this thing with a win, Bobby, it's going to be an interesting thing, with the amount of penalties that they've had called against them tonight. You usually don't overcome that many.
I think they're going to just act like they snap it to one of the running backs and let them run it. I'm kidding.
I was going to say, man, you do like taking chances, Mr. George. And guess what? Another penalty flag on the play.
I'll tell you, what you don't want, though, is to punt like they just punted that ball right to their best running backs back there to receive it. And it's just too dangerous. It gives them too much room to return that ball. And we see, you know, they put out their offensive line. So you got these guys that are not going to be super fast, running 45 yards down the field to stop number 3 from catching the ball. And we've already seen number 3 all night long. That guy can run the ball. So you got Sam Berry back there returning. I'm not going to try to punt it as high and far as you can. I'm just going to pooch it down on the ground and let my guys go get it. You know, try to do a rugby punt or something, because boy, now it's just too dangerous.
Yep, I'm with you on that. And by the way, another procedure call. I have them unofficially with 16 penalties now, Bobby. Again, that's unofficial, but I believe that's the 16th call against Garland tonight. So here we go, and that's, again, it's backed them up 10 yards on 2 consecutive procedure calls.
Well, and you know, if anything outside of the 1 yard line is going to be how much this penalty's cost them.
So another good snap, and here comes the punt. It is a high punt, and a fair catch is called for this time and made at the 14-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Are you going to really call that? I cannot believe that. So that's going to add 15 yards onto it.
So now we're back to about where we had the ball when this all fiasco started. So
yeah, they're going to get a personal foul call here, but well, I'll tell you what, it's a good acting job by the Richardson Eagle return man here.
Well, you shouldn't even been around him, because, I mean, he called a fair catch, and
so there's your. Well, I tell you what, that's
took a couple of steps, because he forgot he called the fair catch, but still the whistle blew and it was over. They're not even around him, right?
Yeah, he called fair catch, and yeah, that's a good acting job there. But
you can't touch it.
You can't touch him. That's right. So 1st and 10. Here we go. 37 seconds remaining. No timeouts for Richardson. They've got to score a touchdown here to keep the game going. The throw to number 1. Makes the catch across the middle, trying to get out of bounds, and he does across midfield to the 45.
Yeah, they're playing prevent, which is never good when you got this kind of firepower underneath. I mean, you can't have everybody 35 yards deep, because they'll take 35 yards from you. You got to play up. You got to get these linebackers back in the game and play your safeties over deep. Now you can go 3 deep, but you got to have people underneath there.
The big chunk of yardage picked up there. 1st and 10 in Garland territory at the 46. There's a snap. And plenty of time to throw. He's going to throw it across the middle. That ball may be picked off, and that's the game. That's the Garland Owls that picked off the pass.
Get down on the ground.
And he was down on a knee when he made the catch, so, but that will be a turnover, and Garland, all they have to do is take a knee here, and they will come away victorious. That was number 11, Jatrick Jeter. He's had a big night as well.
Yeah, 5 turnovers that they've caused tonight. I mean, that's the difference in the game, is turnovers, and they got 5 of them.
And Bobby, I don't know if you saw on that replay, but it looked like the catalyst for that play is one of the defensive linemen back to one of the offensive linemen into the quarterback as he was throwing. I think that's what threw the timing off and what caused him to underthrow that pass.
Yeah, that ball got thrown. It looked like it slipped out of his hands, but you're probably right. It actually got hit by the lineman.
Yeah, watch this here. You're going to see the Garland out defender right here push him when he's throwing the ball.
Right when he was throwing the ball, and it made the ball go straight up in the air. Now, did he put his knee down on the ground?
He did.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
And so, but again, with no timeouts, all Garland has to do is take a knee here, and they will go to 2-1 on the season and head into district play on a high note. Again, they play South Garland next week for the district opener. There's the snap. There's the knee. They cannot stop the clock, and the Garland Owls, again, move to 2-1 here.
What a great game for them. I mean, they've really put up a lot of yards tonight and played really good on defense, causing 5 turnovers. 471 total yards. 133 on the ground, the rest of it in the air, 338 in the air. Big problem was, the penalties, over 100 yards in penalties, but man, what a great game.
Yeah, great game here tonight. A good way to wrap up the non-district season and head to district play. So our final score here tonight at Williams Stadium, the Garland Owls 31, the Richardson Eagles 24. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time on GRS-TV.